Welcome to the Rec Room Podcast. This is episode number 50.
50.
This is a milestone, right?
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to say the reason is because if you asked us a year ago, would we even be doing a pod? The answer would be no, at least for me. So to go from not wanting to do a pod or not thinking about doing a pod to being on episode 50 says a lot, man. So I just want to, I'm going to clap that up in the edits, man.
Yeah.
That's dope. So with that being said, this show, we just going to do an end of the year wrap up. You know, the year goes by fast, also slow. So it's like both. We're in the holiday season, so we're feeling a little festive. You know what I mean? And we're going to get into a lot of stuff that happened this year. Sports, music. We all music lovers. Some stuff that happened in the world. We just going to have fun with it. So welcome. I'm your host. I go by E1. We got T Streets in the building.
Yep.
We got Weekend and Julius.
Yeah.
And we got Trey Philando.
Hey, that's the rumor.
And with that being said, I'm gonna ask, is everybody finished their Christmas shopping?
Hell no.
Hell no, I ain't even start.
I don't start until December 22nd.
Not at all.
I don't, bro. Let me tell you, I get laser beam focused. I go to Macy's. You know what I'm saying? Talk to my little homegirl. Annabelle over in the fragrance department, right? Number one, I talked to Annabelle in the fragrance department, right? We spend an hour talking, we going over different fragrances, right? Then I make my way over to, you know, the jewelry and then the clothes and the bags and all that. Okay. A lot of good sales. See, you gotta be smart. You gotta do it a couple of days before.
True.
You can't shop early. You shop late. Because that's when the scarcity comes in from Macy's, from the stores, whatever. They drop the prices down. Then you get three things.
Well, you notice about myself, what I noticed is that I never knew what to call it, but now there's something for everything. Now, what you look online and shit.
True.
So I feel like I start noticing I get anxiety when it came to me waiting late. Whenever I would start waiting late to get gifts, when I get in the mall. And it's all 1,000 people walking around.
Yeah.
It's like,
I'm
like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. So I started actually like shopping early. So I finished my Christmas shopping maybe like 2 weeks ago, to be honest with you. Yeah, I did, dog.
I ain't never did that shit before.
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago, bro. Because I don't know, it just went. I started to panic. It get too weird for me.
No, but that's smart though. Like that, like you don't gotta think about it. You can just chill.
Yeah, dog. I just do it like that. So
you know, with me, like people saying I'm crazy, right? I love Christmas season, but I love going to the mall when it's packed.
You like going to the mall when it's packed?
People like, what the... it's something nostalgic about it. Like,
okay.
Like Christmas season, I love... Like now, I'll go to the mall. Like I'm like this weekend, I'm going to go to Tyson's. I'm going to go when they open like at 9 o'clock so I get my shopping done.
Yeah.
But I double back another day and just go to the mall like at 1 when everybody's there. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Like I just love like seeing all the people, the music, the decorations. I love this being
Christmas,
around.
Man. I love Santa, man.
Yeah.
Man,
I love Santa.
Hey, come on, Grinch. Come on,
my Grinch shit.
Come with it.
Look, I have it,
Man.
right?
Come with it.
Man, people would be lucky if they get a gift from me.
Here we go.
I don't want to buy nobody nothing, but my mom, if she
Of
get
course, you
something,
better buy Miss All something, player.
my boy out there, your grades better be good, because if it's not, you're not getting anything. So
Yeah.
that's how it is.
Telling me got like 12 days left, huh?
Hey,
You got 12 days left.
You know what? This for people who shave they own. I think I almost got the butt face Joan. I'm gonna tell you what happened.
He lost a bet. He lost a bet.
Yeah, no, I was shaving my mustache. I wanted to shave it down. I used the 2-guard. It wasn't going low enough. I said, let me just take the guard off and just do it. Soon as I went through the jump, boom, it was gone.
Did you do the 1 guard? Or you just went to the regular guard.
The regular joint. And then once I shaved the mustache, the beard was looking stupid. So I had to shave all of it, so I'm starting fresh.
Hey,
You gotta start
look
out
like Dustin Hoffman.
I usually do. You know, I was being pressed, dog. I was just like, damn, my mustache ain't going low enough. And I said, you know what, fuck it. Let me use the nose. I should have known better. So it is.
Bro, you look good, bro.
No, it's all good. Slim, I got the bare face, but it's cool.
Hey, bro, you look good, bro.
But,
you're like, you're 28.
So let's go with let's talk about we not gonna really go in chronological order per se,
Right.
All right.
But we just gonna wing it, you know what I mean? But we are gonna start with sports first, and the first thing that happened that I remember in sports was the Super Bowl, right? And KC beat Philly to win the Super Bowl. It was a controversial pass interference call at the end of the game.
That was
not only that, Mahomes, what it says who had the best. Okay. So I don't remember the game that much. What I do remember is that I wanted Philly to win, only because Mahomes already won. Mahomes had already had a Super Bowl. I don't remember much about the game. Well, what wasn't it close at first?
It was close.
Philly had a lead at first. Philly was up by
until
like
Mahomes
double digits
turned into Mahomes.
Yeah, Mahomes second half. He came back.
Yeah, super quarterback,
bruh.
But I gotta give Hurts some credit. Once KC took the lead, he drove right back down the field.
Oh no,
tied up.
Yeah.
So that was a good game.
Mahomes gonna win another one. Mahomes gonna win like 2 more, bro.
Do y'all got him winning this year?
Nah,
Mahomes, bro.
I don't think they are.
If his receivers catch the ball, then they might win some games. But they're dropping everything, bro. And then they got the dumbass penalty with Tony the other day. They should have beat Buffalo, but it's just like they lose because of them. They don't really lose because of the.
I don't want to see them winning no more. I'm over it. You know
Chicago might win. You never know. We win this game today, bro. Shit, you never fucking know, bro. You never know.
The Bears,
Justin Fields win the Super Bowl. Then we trade him.
Yeah,
that's a haul.
Y'all not trading the Super Bowl.
I bet you we gonna trade home. My man,
y'all will because y'all not
I love Fields. I love Fields, bro. But I think he's gonna be better somewhere else, and we're gonna get Caleb Williams, and we're gonna win 5 Super Bowls. Go ahead, E.
Oh, that's great wishful thinking. Yeah, but so in basketball, the Denver Nuggets,
my Nuggets,
what T keeps saying,
my Nuggets,
bro. I never heard him talk about Denver Nuggets ever in my life.
So the Denver Nuggets, they won the championship. They beat. Wait, it says, hold on. They beat
Miami.
Damn, they beat Miami 4-1. So so when I'm looking at it, they played the Timberwolves. They beat them 4-1. They beat the Suns 4-2. They beat the Lakers. They swept the Lakers.
Yeah. All the games was close though. All the games.
They still swept.
AD a bum.
Oh shit.
We gonna see, bro.
AD a bum T?
AD hurt
or just inconsistent?
He hurt right now.
He
hurt right now.
When he can't do nothing with Joker though.
He won the NCAA tournament. He won the NCAA tournament. They took a week off. He got hurt right there.
That's the only thing with AD. If he stayed consistent with the numbers that he get when he put up big numbers,
right.
The Lakers would, they would definitely probably go to the finals, but when the inconsistency, you just can never tell. It's just weird. I've seen when I'm watching him play and actually zoning to him, he seems like, I bet you in his regular life, bet he's just a clumsy person.
Probably.
He seems clumsy sometimes on the court, and I think that's how he probably just clumsy. He could ball. I'm not taking anything away from him.
Ball.
But I'm just saying that when he's playing, it seems like he just trip up over shit.
So who y'all got this year coming out of the West? I'm gonna tell you who's starting to look good. All of a sudden, 6 straight wins.
Clippers.
The goddamn Clippers.
They're gonna choke though.
You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker James Harden, bro. I don't like him. He wouldn't be on my team, but he's cooking for somebody else.
That's regular season.
Because he's gonna want to trade. He's gonna want to trade. Yeah.
He cooked during the season, and then when it comes to playoff time, man, he on some.
That's the only chance. If Kawhi's healthy,
Kawhi's played every game. He's played every game
in the playoffs. They have a shot.
He played every game up to the playoffs. He's gonna be hurt for 2 years.
So no Lakers for y'all. Y'all don't think Lakers gonna make it? What y'all think?
I don't think the Lakers can beat the Clippers. What you
I
think?
would say this. I say that if AD, now this is far fetched.
Right.
If AD could stay healthy and consistent with his play, I'm going Lakers all day.
Lakers all the way.
Can't touch my Nuggets.
But all
Nuggets
day.
this year, you think so?
Over the Nuggets.
Can't touch
if
my
he was
Nuggets.
healthy and stayed consistent, but with him, the way his history of getting hurt and how he can be up and down, he can score 40 one night, score 13 the next. With that type of play, then I don't know.
Don't forget about the Kings. Don't forget about. You got the Clippers. You got the Kings. You got Denver. You got to beat Denver. Jamal Murray has been hurt. Timberwolves top 4.
Yeah, they're dangerous.
What I'm saying is Jamal Murray has been
hurt,
young,
but they're dangerous.
He's been hurt.
That's the same.
If he's healthy,
if Jamal healthy, it's Kurt.
How about the East?
It's up in the air.
Indiana,
Philly,
bro.
I say Boston though. I'm gonna say Boston.
I think Boston is gonna win it all, but you got to look at Philly. You got to look at What y'all think about Milwaukee?
Well,
Bro, they
Milwaukee,
defense, it's no defense
The
though.
defense though.
But you know this is what I say with Milwaukee. Those are the type of teams that step it up extra.
In the playoffs.
Yes, you know what I'm saying. Like
Still
right
got
now,
Miami.
they learning
They
and
still
trying to get it
trying to get some
together.
rhythm together.
Exactly.
But when you got veterans like Antetokounmpo,
Bro,
and
Giannis
Damian
is
Lillard,
on Roy. Giannis
and then
is
you
on
got,
Roy's right now, bro.
I
You got
can't think of my
Dame.
man.
You got
Dame.
Dame.
3, all that.
What's my other
What's
man?
his last name?
Middleton.
Who?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah.
How did you say his last name again?
Antetokounmpo.
I've been having.
He said it.
I don't even know if I said it right
He
though.
brought
I
that
never
shit
said
out
that
of
for
3
years.
different words.
That might ain't be right. That's just how
It sounds
Nah,
good,
it
though.
sound right.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
read about
said
it. Like, you said- Bro, you sound real eloquent right
Okay,
there.
damn.
I like that. Antetokounmpo. That's what I'm saying. I'm getting you right.
I've never
I'm
heard
saying
his name,
Antetokounmpo.
though.
Hey, for real. His movie on Disney, that shit is good, bro.
Who got a movie?
Giannis has a movie.
About
it came
what?
out last year. Talks about his life and gets to the
like a
NBA.
documentary, John?
Yeah,
Okay,
no. It was actually they actually made a movie about him in 2022. It's really good. Check it out. It's a real good kids movie.
Him and like his three
His
or four
family,
brothers
his
and all
family
that.
coming up from his
Disney?
country and everything, bro. Yeah,
Disney?
It's really good,
I
bro.
never seen the preview, but-
I watched it with my kids, bro. It's really good.
Okay.
Now we're gonna move to since we on basketball, we had a couple. You know, every year it seems like there's some big news in sports, and if it ain't big news, the media gonna make it big news. And one thing that happened is the John Morant situation. I don't know if y'all remember, but what was the first thing he got in trouble for?
The gun.
The gun in the strip club? Was that the first?
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't. No,
Or
it
was it the laser at the team after they
It's
lost
a
the
lot
game?
of shit.
It's a few. It's like one.
Beating up the kid.
one
He
incident-
smacked the kid up.
Okay, when he was like some young basketball.
Then the
player at his
laser
house.
thing. Then the
Wait.
laser in Indiana.
Don't forget about when he had his sister's basketball or volleyball game, and him and his men got into it with some kids in the stands. That's another
Okay,
episode.
that.
The store when something happened at the store, his mother called him.
Oh
And
yeah, I
at
forgot
the
about
shoe
that.
store.
Yeah,
The shoe store.
Yeah.
Then the laser, Indiana laser, right? Then he had the thing when he was in the car. Whatever.
Strip club was
No,
first.
No, we talking about the.
I thought the strip club was first, or was it
Strip
second?
club was first.
Strip club was it was 1st.
Then the cars.
Shotgun Willie's in Denver. Then it was the car.
The car joint.
Well,
which
he
was
ended
right
up.
after it.
He ended up getting suspended
That's a lot of
25
stuff.
games for all that, right?
Nigga, man. John Wick, man.
And he got
John Wick.
John Wick. That's what they call
John
it.
Wick. John Wick. That's funny.
Now he got suspended for 25 games, right? And actually, I think next week.
Tuesday.
Okay, Tuesday.
19th.
All right.
He's back.
These
Yeah.
niggas
So
like
he's
one.
back
These
on
niggas like
Tuesday.
1 in 25. Though.
Now this is the question that I have.
All right.
Oddly enough, they're going against New Orleans. They're going against the Pelicans. Guns and
you
guns
think-
and
Guns
buns.
and buns.
Guns and buns.
And they
matchup.
came into the league together,
Yep.
right?
Yeah,
now my
yeah.
question is: do you all think that John Morant learned his lesson? If you had to guess, like, do you think that when something like that happens to you, it makes you change as a person, or you just say, "I'm gonna still do what I'm doing, but I'm gonna do it on the low"?
I think he it's a chance that he has to learn how to. He's still going to be him behind the scenes, bro. Like whatever, however he feel how he is, John Wick, I call him, or just doing ignorant stuff.
funny, dog.
I don't think that's going to change. But what he got to learn is you got to stop putting that stuff on IG. You got to present yourself a certain way. You in the public, like there's, I don't know what they do for rookies, but their media training is I don't know if it's existing or not, because this guy doesn't. He's just doing what he wants to do, and I'm like, you're like one of the faces of the league, man.
Absolutely.
So it's certain things you got to do. So I think it's hard to say. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if he learned his lesson. We'll see though. But
Definitely see.
We will see.
What you think? T, you think he gonna pull another joint out, the Uzi on the?
I
on
hope
the
not.
court?
I think he's going to mirror Iverson. You know, Iverson, he got into his little trouble back in the day. He never really changed. He just calmed down.
Yeah,
True.
Yeah.
That's real
things
talk.
stayed out of the limelight.
yeah.
Now Zion Williamson is a forward for the New Orleans Pelicans, and he was a high school phenom. Left-handed, I'm left-handed, so
College
it's weekend
phenom.
G, so I had to
Oh yeah,
throw
we
that
got
out
3
there.
left-handed here.
That's
Oh,
right.
that's weird,
Yeah,
bro.
so
That's
Who
weird, bro.
left-handed here?
I'm
Me,
left-handed.
you.
Yeah, us three. Me
All
and
y'all.
yeah.
Oh, that's
all
right.
y'all
That made me
is-
smart, son.
all
Yeah,
y'all
no,
is
something special about a left-handed. man.
left-handed.
And I
kids.
promise you this. I promise you this. You'll never find a left-hander who can't shoot.
For sure.
Not at all.
For sure.
Left-handed people.
My jump
are
is
just,
nasty.
they just
Trey.
different.
You know
y'all
that.
don't. Y'all
Yeah,
don't.
Trey know
I
that.
tell you,
We used to
Trey know
play
that.
back in the day, baby.
Trey
We used to
know.
play back in the day.
I mean, you was nice. You was nice, but I mean, I
But-
think I was the better player. But I didn't get the chance. I was a bigger dude, and they hated on bigger, bigger younger kids.
Right.
They was taller than me. So I'm like, I can shoot better than that nigga.
Excuses. You know.
Hey, Palmer, if you out there, hey, coach,
Coach
the documentary coming out, bro. You played me, right?
So look, so Zion, he I guess ended up messing with a porn star, and I guess she's saying she got pregnant. I don't know how true that was, but I think he kind of maybe cut her off. You know how sometimes with women, when you cut them off, they don't like that, especially certain type of women, and she put him out there and basically was saying that he was buying her flights, and she was pregnant with his child, and you know, going through it now. To Zion's defense, man, when you young, you know, and all the women want you, and you want all the women, and you got money, and you don't have, you know, the right people around you. That's probably his fantasy. He probably always wanted to hit Slim.
Hey, listen, Zion had the former porn star or porn star, whatever she's doing now, and then the former stripper. He decided to go public with the former stripper. Introduced he was having a child, and you know the porn star, she got a little jealous.
So
little
the
upset.
porn star and the strip. So he's
The stripper had
so he likes
his
this
baby.
fantasy thing. See, he's from a small town, right? You from a small town. You never really exposed to that. You get into the NBA, and every woman that you fantasized about on
Is that your
Pornhub,
disposal at this
you know what I'm
point?
saying?
Yeah.
On Pornhub, and when you go into a club, you fall in love real quick.
Yeah.
But then the females who understand the game, they're like, oh, I'm gonna get him, right? And so the first young lady who was a porn star, he got her pregnant,
Man.
or she
Yes.
was not pregnant.
No, I don't know
but
about the
that's-
porn star, but the stripper.
The stripper was pregnant.
Yeah, the stripper had a
listen,
baby
I mean, listen,
earlier.
Zion,
Okay.
He got a couple of more of those to happen to him, I think, before he retired.
Man, you young, you
He's
got
going
money,
to give
bro.
up half of his money to that.
Plus a lot of these younger,
'Cause
like,
he's
like,
from
like
a
they,
small
they're
town,
not
bro.
used to having.
They're not used
they're not
to
used
that.
to having certain type of women.
They're
so
not
when,
used
so
to
when
that.
you like if you grow up and you used to like bad, okay, quote unquote bad bitches, or
Right.
whatever. Like it's okay. It's
He's not
nothing.
used to that.
Yeah.
When you get all this thrown in your face,
Yeah.
even this goes for rappers too. Like you'll see
Yeah.
you'll see it with guys that ain't never had like a certain type of a woman, and then they get that bread and they start going crazy, and you
That's
sitting
what
here
I'm saying.
wondering like, why you wifing up this joint? But
That's what I'm
they're not
saying.
used to it.
Yeah, at
You know
all.
what I'm saying?
It's going to keep happening to
At
him
all,
until
and, them and women like that, they know what to do.
They know
yeah.
what
So
to
they
do.
they giving you experiences you never had before,
That's what I'm
and then
saying.
you don't give a fuck what nobody's saying about you know
Bruh.
who they were, who they. You just know how it is.
I'm
when
about
you
to
with
go-
her, you
go
know what I'm
head
saying?
first.
Yeah.
That's what
in
I'm
that
saying. He's
thing.
still young. He still got a couple more porn stars. He got to get out of the way.
But I tell you this, he better get his game together because he got a contract coming up soon.
That's
he might
true.
not get paid like you think he's
That's
going
true.
to.
They
That's
talk
true,
about
bro.
his death. Like I don't know how true it is, but I saw something on YouTube the other day that was like he doesn't want to diet or whatever because you know what I mean.
when you
The
can
weight
look at him and
issues,
see that.
His weight.
it fluctuate.
Because he's vicious. Like he's
Yeah,
like a
he is,
vicious
dog.
talent,
36 the other night. So I was like, all right, he's good. Then he'll go back down. You know what I mean? But he's not.
Nah.
He's not serious about his
Yeah, if he just drop,
apex.
if he drop like 20, if he drop a good 20, tone up, he's going to be unstoppable.
Yes,
the
for
injuries
sure.
will stop. Like the little knick-knack injuries
Yes.
will
All
go
of that,
away.
bro.
Is New Orleans going to pay him the boatload, or is he
I
going
doubt
to go somewhere else?
I doubt
like
it.
Golden State.
I think that he's such a talent that he does have a good chance of getting the money. I don't know though,
New
but
York will pay him.
The
Yeah.
Knicks.
They'll pay him.
If he go to the
like
Lakers,
somebody's
Somebody's going to take
will.
a chance.
I
Somebody's
will.
going to
New
take a
York.
chance.
yeah.
now let's give female hoops some love, man.
Okay. True.
Because this was actually big news last year. LSU women's college basketball team, LSU won the NCAA women's tournament,
Louisiana,
and it was a big thing, right? And Angel Reese, after that, I think she's like a forward on the team. She kind of blew up after that, man. And you know they have this new thing where college players get paid. What's it called?
The
T?
NIL.
The NIL, right? And so she ended up becoming one of those females that's getting the bag from college sports.
Everywhere.
But what the thing was is that the funny thing is that they played a team that an all white team in the final. I can't think of the team, and I can't think
Iowa.
Iowa. And what's the girl on there that they make?
Young
Like
Steph Curry. Young Steph Curry.
What's her name, man?
Clark.
Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark.
So Caitlin Clark is the next coming of
Steph.
like she the female Jordan or
Nah,
Brown
she
or
the
whatever.
female Steph.
Okay, the female Steph.
She
and
nasty,
so
bro.
It was funny when they were playing because it really seemed like a black team against a white team.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna keep it real. It made me root for the black team.
black team.
And so because I didn't know much about it,
Right.
but when I would start zoning to it and looking at it, them women, they be
They
hooping,
nice,
man.
bro.
They really
They
be
nice,
hooping.
bro.
And
They
I'm gonna be
been
real.
nice.
I think I'm a
They
little
been nice.
sexist because I feel like there's no
Okay.
female that could beat me one on one.
Well, you know,
Even though I see them hooping like that, you know, I think it's my mind.
Yeah, it's your mind.
It's your mind.
Kareem with a
Kareem with a smoke.
Yeah,
We got a
Kareem
girl.
with a smoke.
Bro, we got a
Kareem with a
girl
smoke.
with the high school with Kareem. She would have smoked you, bro. Hey,
man.
Kareem.
In my mind, dog.
My man.
In my mind, it just feel like I don't think a female can
Bruh.
beat me. I could be wrong.
That's your
not how I think it,
natural
though.
like man type of instinct.
That's true.
It may sound crazy, like man, no woman gonna beat me, but
Dog.
Now, they be
Man.
hooping though. I can't. I'm out of
They
shape
hoop.
like shit. I ain't about to hoop.
They
Now,
hoop.
I would need a couple months to get in shape. I ain't gonna fake with you.
remember that Martin
You know what I
episode
mean?
when they got smashed by
Lisa
man?
Leslie
What?
and
Dog, that's
Dream
real
Team.
though.
Yeah.
That's real. That's
What
real.
I will say about college sports, what's her name? Angel Reese.
Angel Reese.
Man, her blow up was crazy.
Her blow up was
Crazy.
immediate.
You saw her
and was
everywhere.
crazy.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
She was everywhere. She's endorsed by. Let me see. She has the Amazon merch on demand, McDonald's,
Right.
Sparkling Ice,
Right.
Xfinity, Wingstop,
Shit.
Outback Steakhouse,
God
Coach Apparel.
damn.
They getting paid, man. I like this.
She's done several Sports
That's dope.
Illustrated covers, and even the swimsuit issue. Like she's going crazy.
But
and
that
she got her team off to a 10-1 start.
yeah. But what was the issue with her
But she got.
and the
But
coach?
she missed some games.
She missed the first
wasn't
4
her
or 5.
grades?
Yeah,
It was her
it
grades,
was
right?
somewhat where her coach had went on her too. About
she was
I think
getting
with
a little,
grades, right?
getting a little
Big-headed.
cute,
Was-
man.
was
That's
she
all.
She was too busy out there, living her life.
Yep.
And you look so, and she was getting into it with her partner. You know what's her name? Flauginet. Flauginet.
Yeah.
You know who her dad is?
Nah.
Who?
Camouflage. Remember the rapper Camouflage?
Oh,
That's
shit.
her partner. He
No Limit.
died. No,
No
he,
Limit.
he wasn't No Limit. He
Oh, I
was just
thought it was no limit.
he wasn't from Atlanta, but it was another city in Georgia. But I remember him because I had a few of his songs. He was dope. But that's who her father is.
Okay.
It's Camouflage. Look him up. You know what I'm saying? He's
Okay.
dope
Yeah,
back then.
yeah. I know camouflage.
Now, also, there was some boxing.
Before you move on, men's hoops, men's college basketball, y'all need to step it up because y'all not worth talking about on a year.
That's true too. That's a
even
good
remember
ass
who won.
point, bro.
I don't even know in the players.
I be
no
trying
more,
to look at
bruh.
Georgetown game. It's not
They
the
bums.
They curl
You can
don't
always
curl all
look
the way
at Duke
over,
though,
bro.
because we got Cooper Flag coming.
Hate
Don't suck
Duke.
it. Don't suck your teeth
Hate
because
Duke.
you know why? Wait, hold on. Why does everybody hate Duke?
Because
'Cause
they are
man.
white supremacists.
No,
Yes,
they're not.
Basically.
Hey, bro.
That's why. That's why they go ahead.
T, what you think?
Bruh.
Me and T been talking this for years. So
I can't stand
Allegedly.
Duke. I can't
Don't
stand
sue us,
Why?
Duke. Don't sue us.
why you don't like Duke?
Preppy white boys.
Bro, we don't like no punk
No.
ass Christian Laettner.
I know Grant Hill was there,
Bobby
BA
Hurley and all that.
representative, but I ain't like how they do.
Bro, when they play with UNLV,
Kyrie, I
bro.
like Kyrie there.
Bro,
Kyrie
when they
was-
played UNLV, smoked them, beat them by 30. Next year we lost to Duke. Okay, no, Coach K, the greatest coach, bro. But now we don't like him in like the neighborhoods except Ed and a couple other black.
You gotta admit, however you feel about Duke, they're recruiting.
Absolutely,
It's
because they do.
viciously,
Yeah,
like,
because
it's
they
just
do,
vicious, bro.
No,
Like,
you're
nah,
right.
Duke-
When they play
Duke
Fat
was my
Five,
team.
everybody wanted Fat Five to win. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But Duke, Duke.
the
Duke
most
and
hated-
North Carolina, the
the
two
most
most hated
Yeah,
teams.
yeah, Duke and Duke.
I can't
North
stand
Carolina.
North Carolina. Of course,
Because you're a Duke fan.
Of course,
I can't stand either.
When I was young, I was a Duke fan. I ain't gonna lie. When they had
So what
Grant
happened,
Hill
son?
and no, I still like Duke.
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
I
Nah,
won't
Grant
call
was
him my
a-
squad, but I was a Duke fan from way back then.
All right, my man,
so
my
that,
man.
Nah, bro.
man.
I
Sticking
like
with home
UNLV
team.
back then,
I'm
bro.
sticking with
G-Town?
Georgetown.
I was
Georgetown,
Georgetown.
bro. I love Georgetown,
I
dog.
love G-Town
Yeah.
too. Though.
Love
My dad is a
Georgetown,
big
bro.
fan. Allen Iverson,
I
the
love-
greatest player
I
ever come
love-
from
I
there.
love-
So
I love
College
G-Town.
basketball, y'all heard what the fuck T Street said. Man,
Bang, bang.
we gonna talk
Get
about
it together. Whole NCAA, man.
We gonna get into there was a lot of boxing, but we just gonna talk about what was the biggest fight, and that was Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford.
Yeah.
And it was a very, for me, I'm an Errol Spence fan, and so
Right.
that was very disappointing to me. The performance, and he didn't make no excuses. I'm not gonna make none from him, but it wasn't. I don't care what nobody say. Terrence Crawford did beat him, but
Hell
that wasn't
yeah.
the normal Errol Spence. You know what I mean? It just wasn't. And I don't know if it was the weight that he was at. I don't know if he had something going on personally. I don't know what it was, but
He just ran up against somebody that's greater than him.
nah, hell
Now
no.
we
Fuck
really
no.
in the
No,
weapons.
hell no, dog.
Terrence Crawford
dog.
is a better fighter.
No, it
I
don't
was
matter.
going for
But the
Earl. I
way,
was going for Earl.
okay, this is my thing. He beat him, so now we can say that he's the better fighter.
Okay.
But it's not that he beat Earl Spence, it's the way he did it.
Punished him.
He punished them, and I
Exactly.
think normally if they were fighting at the weight, that wasn't Earl Spence's normal weight, bro. If he fought at the weight he was supposed
Come on,
to,
son.
even
That's a
if
lot
he
of
lost,
fights.
he wouldn't have got punished.
So the
like
weight
that,
is
dog.
an excuse now?
Yes, that ain't an excuse. That's real.
I mean,
But that's a lot of
weight
fights,
is a
though.
big thing, but bro, come on.
But
It
look
would
the way he
should have been
looked, though.
even with. Okay, I'll tell you this. Let me ask y'all this. Y'all see how he was before the fight, going into the fight?
Yeah.
And maybe it's just me. Then did he? Something was off to me.
Yes, it did look like something.
See,
was
but you
going
helped
on.
That
his
wasn't
point.
the weight,
See,
though.
we can't
That's
say
not
that,
the
no.
weight.
That's
He's
all
been
part of it.
That's not the weight.
accident. He's
Off
been
the
off
accident?
since his car
Okay,
accident.
so
A couple years
when
back.
you signed
Alright.
a contract to fight me, and see,
But
nah.
he's been fighting.
He had 2 fights
He had
prior.
2 fights and he looked good.
He
So
had-
I don't. I don't
so
wanna
if
hear
you
none
look
of these excuses.
good,
Thank
if you
you,
look
thank
good
you,
twice,
thank
and then you come see me, and then I
I'll
give
tell
you
you
that.
this.
That's what it was.
I
though.
tell you this.
What about the rematch?
If they have a rematch,
Oh, they got a rematch.
I'm not getting ready to say that Earl Spence will beat him. I'll bet money he won't look as bad as he.
We
looked.
gonna watch that shit
I
together.
promise
I got
you that.
Crawford this time.
Crawford,
man.
bro,
I chose
Crawford.
Spence the first time, but then let me tell you some real. I was talking to my man. I said I chose Spence. As the fight got closer, and I'm watching interviews from both. I'm just watching them both worked out. I said, "Dang, bro." I said, "I think Terrence might have."
Bruh.
This is hand like in the air. I thought at the end. I said when it got closer, I said, "Damn, Terrence might get it."
When I
But
couldn't
was
make
still
it for the
going
fight,
Earl.
I text you. I was like, "Yeah, I can't make it, but I got Bud punishing."
Yeah, I think you guys got lucky.
Yeah, I remember that.
God,
I remember
dang,
I was
bro.
at my brother's
guys got
house
lucky.
watching the fight, and as soon as Eminem came
And when you
out,
come out with
It was
Eminem,
over.
bro,
My brother
when
was
you
like,
come
oh,
out,
It's
delude
over.
yourself.
It's over.
Crawford about to
And he
beat
had
him.
over,
the fish net for the big fish,
Yeah,
bro. He was
it's
coming
over.
to kill, bro.
Yeah, it's over.
He was coming to kill, but sticking with boxing real quick.
Let's get it.
Does Tank have any fights coming up?
No.
we all Tank
That's
fans.
my
here.
favorite.
Yeah, but
favorite
Devin Haney, father, I don't know what's going on. They pressed the fight Tank.
Why now?
Tank
Maybe
don't
because
duck
he moved up
nobody,
in
though.
weight. Is that why?
They
Tank
say
not
he
gonna
ducking.
duck.
They say Tank been ducking.
So
Shit, I don't
as far
think
as skills wise, so I do think outside of the last 5 to 6 fights with Tank, if he didn't knock out the person, he was behind on points.
Definitely.
Right, so I just think that boxing skill wise, I think that Tank can always improve.
Right.
But in some of these fights, if he's not knocking you out, he's gonna lose on
gonna
points.
lose
on points, yeah.
It's a chance he can lose on points.
That's like Tyson.
You right though.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like if he gets in the ring with Haney, who might be a little bit more
More
skilled,
skilled.
if I can't knock you out, that could be a
It's gonna
reason.
be a problem.
Because if you ask me and they gonna kill me, Mayweather was ducking Pacquiao when Pacquiao was destroying people 5 years before he fought him.
strategically ducking that man.
Strategically
Well, I
ducking
tell
him.
you
Saying
this,
he on
man.
roids and all that. Come
I
on,
tell
bro.
you this. I tell you
That's
this.
just my opinion.
So y'all
yeah.
talk. So now we talk about the Bud and Spence, and y'all so strong about Terrence Crawford, what he did, no excuses.
here we go.
So
But-
now we gonna go to Floyd Mayweather
He
and
was ducking him,
Pacquiao. Now he been ducking him. He punished Pacquiao.
Pacquiao,
How
that
about
wasn't right.
that?
That wasn't Pacquiao.
How about that? No, ain't no bust. No, ain't no bust. It wasn't no
Pacquiao
bust
went to
early.
church.
It wasn't no bust early. Yeah,
Pacquiao went to church
Yes,
before
it
that.
wasn't no
No, he
bust
punished.
early.
He punished.
It wasn't no bust earlier when we talked about what's the name now? It's a butt. Oh, he
I
beat
see
up.
that
He
shit,
waited.
boy.
No, he fought him.
He waited.
Right.
He waited though. He did
Regardless.
wait. He
That
did
was
wait.
strategy, though.
Regardless.
It was
No,
it was
you right.
good
No.
strategy.
You see how we just helped out his whole
He
point?
knew
Yeah,
Pacquiao
y'all
was a
did.
threat though, bro. Like that's why. Like,
Pacquiao was putting
I mean,
threat, bro. Come on,
Pacquiao
now.
got knocked out out a couple times,
But he's not a bum though.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Pacquiao's one of the
he
best.
got knocked out a couple times by the time Mayweather
Mike
was
Tyson,
ready
the
to
best
fight.
fighter.
He's a beast.
Ever.
Guess what?
Him and
Pacquiao
Suge.
is a beast, still a beast.
Yeah.
And he took that L.
He took that.
So
They got whole swag. Yeah. So like I was saying,
He said,
talked about
he said,
Tank.
move on.
Terrence
nigga.
Crawford
That's
and
what it is.
Look, we talked about Tank
Ted
and
Crawford
Haney.
and shit.
Talked about Tank and Haney.
Okay.
None of them want to see Shakur.
Hey,
no.
I think Tank can take Tupac.
I don't
No,
know. I don't think
none of them
Shakur.
could
I think
be stable,
Shakur
man.
need a few more fights, man.
Yeah.
Man, Steve was in the better boxer out of both of them. Out
Yeah,
of
he
all
can
three.
box.
He has power too,
think-
But he
don't
need a
have
little
tank
more
power.
experience.
Who will win out of Shakur and Haney?
Shakur.
See, that's what I think.
Haney
That's what I
doesn't-
think.
it's-
That's what I
Haney's
think.
Haney ducking Shakur.
I think Haney's a little bit stronger.
No,
I don't know who's
No.
stronger. What
I don't know.
I think Shakur. He got Haney though. I think he got her. Like Shakur.
We gotta see these fights. That's the thing with boxing, bro. That's why UFC
I know,
is
it's so
popular.
different,
They
dog.
gotta make these fights happen, bro. Like
So
we shouldn't
different,
talk
dog.
about it for 3 years and the shit ain't happened yet.
Now,
Thing
you
is-
know, I was going to talk about this was big news with Jamie Foxx. He had a major health scare, and to this day it hasn't been told exactly what happened. A lot of people assuming he had a stroke. With his symptoms and everything, it seems like maybe that's what it was. But and then so that happened. It was prayers up. It wasn't really much said about it. And then he actually, recovered or was recovering, started showing his face. And then the word was that he was a clone. And it seemed like people really ran with this and really actually think to this day that his body's been cloned and it's not really Jamie Foxx. Do y'all think Jamie Foxx was cloned?
Hell no, man. They've been talking about people being cloned since Gucci got out of jail, bro. I thought it was a joke, but ain't nobody being cloned,
Yeah,
man.
come on, bro.
I won't say that.
Oh shit!
I won't say,
Conspiracy.
I'm quite sure people are being cloned. I don't think Jamie Foxx was cloned, but I'm sure it's happening.
Do you think that all those, like y'all seen some of the videos when it was like a Jamie Foxx sighting when some lady dropped her phone or something, he got out the car when he was at what's the golf joint we went to, Top Golf, when they
Top
seen
Golf.
him at, do y'all think that was really him or a clone? They were trying to say it was a clone.
No, I think it was possibly him. I think that he just been recovering, and now it seems
Yeah.
like he's, even to me when I seen him talk recently when he made his speech, he still doesn't seem to me 100%.
Yeah.
But seems like he's on back on that road enough where he doesn't mind being seen. He put his weight back on.
Yeah.
He looked good. So I'm just glad that a lot of times the way that it was looking when it came to social media, I was hoping not to see a rest in peace post or a Jamie Foxx pass post. So I'm just happy that to be honest, and I don't know him like that, but when you I don't know him at all, but when you watch a person's movies and watch their career, and outside looking in, he seemed like a good person,
20 years straight,
a God-fearing person, and so I'm just glad that he was able to recover or is recovering from that.
What do y'all think was wrong, man?
I
It's
think
been
he had
exhaustion.
a stroke. I think he had a
Could be
stroke.
exhaustion. Could be a stroke. Could be it could be a myriad of things. Like we don't know people's health, but I know that we've been watching Jamie Foxx with music, movies,
Super
acting for
talented.
20 something plus straight years. I mean,
Yeah.
bro, your body, who knows? But the good thing is that he recovered. He probably need to take more time off.
So why wouldn't they?
You know what I mean?
So in your opinion, like, what's the secret? Like, why wouldn't they want to talk about what exactly? You don't have to. But like, what's the secret?
He personally said that he didn't want to people to see him in a certain type
light?
of condition. And his family, they're respecting his wishes. You know how people want to be really, really private. Whatever.
Yeah.
When you see me, I need to be making you laugh. And like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
They
saying?
say
So
he's
it's a lot of private stuff.
He's a private person.
Okay.
And I
Okay.
guess, I'm thinking that once you let people know, then that make people pry more. Okay, but what was it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What
There's
caused
never
it?
enough. There's never
no,
enough.
So
Not
I
at
think
all.
that there was a good chance that it was going to spiral into more of a
Yeah.
roller coaster
Yeah,
than
bro.
what it
Yeah.
is.
There you go.
And then for all my people who believe in aliens, I got some shit for y'all. And this happened earlier in the year. It says Pentagon officials suggest alien mothership in solar system could send many probes to Earth. So this was years ago, where I was with a couple of my friends, and we started talking about UFOs and stuff like that. And at that time, I was like, I didn't believe in that shit. I really didn't. And when and the way that they was like, you don't believe in that, and the way that they was convincing me after that, they got me started thinking this shit. You know what I mean? This was years ago, and so everybody has. There's always, especially now that you have TikTok, there's so many videos and so many things on sightings of UFOs and are they real? Are they not? Well, the Pentagon released information that's saying that aliens are real, but they basically saying that there are UFOs, there are identified flying objects. Of course, they gave us some information. Did they give us all of it? No. Do I believe that there are other beings and that the people know about it? Yes, I believe that.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
I totally believe that. I just think until you see the motherfucking Martians come out the damn crashed vessel,
it's gonna be too late.
It's gonna be your ass gonna be dead. You ain't just gonna walk away.
No, I don't think.
Gonna walk away from the alien, bro.
I don't think that.
You think the alien is gonna come up to you and start talking to you?
This is what I think. I think that if you look at the it's this
E.T.
documentary on about a landing that happened in Zimbabwe, and these were kids, and they said that now it was so many kids. There's no way they could have been lying.
You about to make me go
right?
research.
And so they were saying that it was a craft. This is during the broad daylight. In Zimbabwe, a craft landed. They got out the craft, and they described what they had on, how they looked, and they were actually speaking to the people through their mind, telepathy. And they were saying stuff like, y'all gotta walk, basically like y'all gotta make sure y'all clean the earth, make sure you keep the earth clean, basically telling them, they were giving them in their mind, telling them how the earth is not going to last long if you all keep doing it the way that you're doing it, right? So look, see Trey laughing like it's some bullshit.
Was this back at me?
See, there he goes. See, look, see, Trey scared to believe. He's scared, but look, let me tell you.
I believe in aliens.
He's scared to believe. So look.
I thought this was macking me, but go ahead.
All right, so they had a special where it's 20 years later. And they interviewed these same kids. Now they adults.
They're saying the same thing.
And they were all saying what happened.
I'm a watch.
I'm saying that they did drawings and everything. I'm saying it to say that with the technology that an alien or whatever would have, if they wanted to hurt and kill people, they would have been doing it.
So I totally believe you
even
on
if
that.
they here, I don't believe that's what they're here for. I mean,
that's a good point.
I don't think that's the purpose.
You know what hurts it?
When they show themselves.
What hurts it is when people do the fake videos.
Yes,
that's what hurts it, because I can tell you that I saw one, but I'm not sure if it was one. But do I believe it's other beings? Of course. What hurts it is when people do a video that's very convincing, and then you find out that this shit is fake. You know what I'm saying? But
That's
when the government
talk.
is saying like, I totally believe it. Of course.
Now, what I was gonna say. Oh, that happened, right? So that was the alien shit. Y'all can look that up if y'all didn't hear about it. I'm sure y'all
definitely
did.
Gonna look that up.
Another thing that was big news was the Montgomery Brawl. Do y'all remember that?
Yeah. Hey, wasn't there some people from
the biggest shit of the whole
quote-unquote DMV that was I looked on IG on YouTube. It was like some people that was identified. Oh, I know him. That was a part of it.
Could have been, yeah.
So what happened with that was, I guess a guy he docks the boats. It's a black guy who docks boats. And then I guess he was trying to dock the boat, but what happened? The white guy didn't want him to do
They
it.
wouldn't move the boat. They wouldn't move their boat.
The white guy's boat was where the tourist boat was supposed to come, and the white guy wasn't trying to move it. And then they started jumping on my man that was trying to do his job. So then the brawl started.
Then he threw that hat up.
He threw the hat up, bro. He threw the hat up
Bobby
like
Smurf.
motherfucking Thundercats, bro. and then niggas started coming from Nebraska.
The crazy part is when my man jumped in. He was 16 years old.
He jumped
in and swam, right? So that was big news. A lot of people, I think all of them got arrested.
Yeah.
And some of them got charged. I don't know if the main guy got charged. Which one? The one who was
They got charged recently. The gentleman who first got attacked, he just got acquitted. He just got
charged, but he got off.
Yeah, so they were trying to file charges, but he actually got acquitted. The gentleman who threw his hat up. The other guys, they were charged with assault.
So what do I want to do next? I think we're gonna talk. Let's talk about pods real quick, because we do a pod, right? And so we I didn't want to get into the list and everything, but let's just talk about there are a lot of popular urban pods, right? Now I saw a list that came out. This was like 2-3 days ago, and it had the top 50 or 100 pods.
Okay.
And the thing about it is, you know how like in our community we watch what we watch.
Right.
So in our mind, a Joe Budden would be number one, or a Drink Champs would be number one, or $1 million worth of game would be number one. But in the broad spectrum of pods, they're not close to it.
Rogan's number one.
Rogan is number one, and
number one.
most of the pods that are in the top 10 or
like
top
media
15,
companies.
media companies, and they white.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that to say that the white is majority of the world. So when you get a white fan base, your fan base is going to be broader than a black fan base, right? So now if we switch that to the urban pods, or I don't want to call them urban, I don't know what to call them, but if you the black pods, that's the only way I'm gonna say it. We can do it that way. And when it comes to those pods, I didn't see the ranking for those, but since we on it, we're gonna talk about our top pods or whatever, right? And with that being said, now before we do the pods, let's talk about, because the weird thing is this is not a pod, but because it's urban, it's kind of brought into the fold. Cam and Mace, right? So Cameron is a former rap artist, and so is Mace. I'm sure y'all know who Cameron is and Mace is, so I'm not going to explain the whole thing, right? But they came up with a sports show. And this sports show is called Is What It Is, and it's not the typical sports show. It's definitely different. They cuss, they joke. They do bring you real sports also, so it's just different. But with that
barbershop style,
barbershop style. But with that being said, we're gonna get into our top pods in a little bit. But I want to ask T, what do you think about the pods? And they have a thing where they have this thing called pause. Do you think that's immature? So it's two questions.
You know what? When I was in my 20s, when pause first started, I thought it was immature.
He ain't like that shit
I didn't
at
like
all.
it. Now, hey, I'm with it. Let's do it. Pause everything. You know, and Cam and Mace, man, they the pause kings,
They the
man.
pause
I swear.
kings.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, they on that show.
For sure.
They hit, man. One of my two of my favorites.
All right.
They do where they go back and review each other's lyrics. They'll bring it up. Possible moments. So Mace brought up one of Cam's lyrics. No, sorry. Cam brought up one of Mace's lyrics. Often I bug and bust off in the tub. Pause. And it's on the song Guest Appearance on DMX. Niggas and Started
Niggas and
Something.
Started Something. Classic.
Right. Oh,
Classic.
okay. All right.
So, you know, that's a great.
That's pause.
That's a great.
Nah, I can't listen to that song the same now. Go ahead.
And then the next one, when Mace brought up the Cam said, "Cause I follow for figures, my hollow and triggers, swallow a nigga like a bottle of liquor."
See, I wouldn't have called none of that shit.
Looking at it today, in today's time, where the pause game is all over the place, that's crazy.
That shit is funny.
It's crazy.
When we heard these songs, we
wouldn't
didn't think
even
about
think
that.
about it.
But you know, when you rapping, you say all type of shit because you need your words to rhyme. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you don't focus on all of it. So looking back, it is funny, but it is. But the pod game is crazy, right? And do y'all have I'm gonna ask Weekend of Juniors. Do you have a top 5 pods if you can name?
All right. So I mean, pods. I'm always gonna say if this is considered a pod, like I love Math Hoffa. If that's it's the barbershop vibe. Y'all consider that a pod? Is that like
that's a pod.
That's
Yeah.
a pod. We got Math Hoffa. I mean,
It's in the
this-
category.
and I'm not even gonna put it in the order. I love Joe Budden podcast. I mean, especially like the way it's set up now. Like I didn't get why they had Melissa Ford on there at first, but I get it now. Like,
She's a good ad. She's a good
I like it. Joe Budden joint. I love. Even though it gets on my nerves because you don't let your guests talk. I love Drink Champs in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like I just love like the giving the people they flowers, and I like the drink vibe.
Right.
I like Rap Radar. I like their style.
Oh
You
yeah,
know
they're
what I mean?
back. I forgot they came.
I like Rap
They're
Radar.
back.
I like
Okay.
I like the questions how they pose their questions. They let they guests talk and give their answers.
Introspective.
As far as the 5, I can't even think of it. It's so many different pods, but I'm gonna
get
start right there.
So I wrote mine down. Now I'm gonna be real. I've never been, even though we do a pod, which is crazy. I've never been a person that watch pods that much, and if I do, I never really watch them all the way through. I don't know why, but I do watch the clips, and some episodes I do, put it like that. But there's no pod that I watch every episode that comes out. But the ones that are my favorites is Joe Budden pod. Joe Budden pod is dope to me because they don't have guests, and I think anytime that you can entertain people without having guests, because most of these pods now they call them a pod, but to me they just interview talk shows. So Joe Budden is one of the few people that don't. I mean, he might have a guest here and there, but overall his pod is not based on guests. They're actually podding. So I'm gonna give them the number one spot because they're actually a pod. That's how I'm gonna go with that. Another pod that I came across that I like is the Danny Brown Show. Danny Brown has a pod, and his pod is dope. I love the Danny Brown Show. The Star Report. I know a lot of people don't listen to Star.
Star makes you listen to him, bro.
And then the last one is The Pivot. The Pivot has Ryan Clark, and Fred Taylor, and I can't think. I can't think of the third dude name. No, the dude with dreads, light skin with dreads. I can't think of his name. Crowder, right? I really love their pod, man, because they kind of like us in terms of they have fun, and they get serious.
They're diverse as well.
Yeah, they diverse, man, and I like that. So those are mine, man.
So do y'all see the Brandon Marshall and anything happening with him coming back as far as? Because him first being on the show with those guys, do you all see him? Because he's on tour now with Cam Newton. So do y'all see him being able to come back and do a successful pod? Because he's kind of been kind of off kilter, more like beef wise. Do y'all see him coming back?
To me, he has a good personality in terms of for media and everything like that. So I personally think that he's entertaining. I think that him and Cam Newton together would be very entertaining. So I see Brandon Marshall still being able to be successful.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, I think his rebrand will work. But I only follow 3 podcasts religiously. And the It Is What It Is, Cam and Mace, that's not a pod, but I'm going to include it in this.
Okay.
So you have that.
All right.
You have the R&B Money podcast.
R&B Money is dope.
Tank and
I thought about that one.
Tank and Jay Valentine.
Great. You get a lot of information. R&B is my favorite genre. Great podcast. And number 1, Joe Budden.
Beasy.
Joe Budden.
JBP.
Yeah, for sure.
So
that's the top
number
5.
Number one pod is the Rec Room pod. Okay. Everybody else comes after that. That's number 1. You hear me, America? Number 2. So in no specific order. I do watch. I'm sensitive with shit. Like I love watching Matt Harford show. Right. When he doubled down on that slavery was a choice shit, I stopped watching this dude pod, bro, because that shit pissed me off so much.
Wait, what?
So he
doubled down on Kanye.
He was agreeing with what Kanye said. Slavery. Matt Harford.
Oh, okay.
After he said that shit the second time, bro, I have a book in my house that this talks about just a certain period of hundreds and hundreds of slave rebellions. Don't let these people say shit to you and you think that shit is true.
Right.
I stopped watching his pod because that shit is so fucking ignorant to me, right? So you was up there, math, but so JBP is up there because you right. Joe's talent, bro. He's just so talented with just sitting there and you're engaged just with him talking. He could be doing that shit himself, but it's just something about him. But he's been, what we see now is what he's been working on, for 15, 20 years since Joe Budden TV?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean?
Maybe longer.
This is his skill. Like, he's so
shit.
skilled at it,
exactly.
right?
Yeah.
But with me, like, I be getting on my, like, nerdy stuff. You know, I'm into a lot of different documentary pods, whatever.
Right.
I do also watch a Diary of a CEO with Stephen Bartlett. He interviews a lot of different people from a lot of different backgrounds, so I like getting into that. Other than that, like, you know, I'm a YouTube like nerd, bro. I do listen to Rogan. So I used to listen to Rogan a lot, but I do listen to Rogan. When he has people on. But I'm kind of scattered with like the top 5, but those are like my kind of. my go-to is also Drink Champs. Sometimes depends on who the
Who
guest
on
is.
it?
Right,
No
right.
drink chance for
I
me,
have a
man.
question for y'all.
No Drink Champs.
He said no.
None of it. Go ahead, T.
I do have a question. Since you brought up our pod, the Rec Room Podcast,
True that.
do you have a favorite episode that we done this year?
Oh, shit.
Man, we did a lot of bomb
Like
ass.
41 in, right? Like 42.
50.
I like,
This is the 50.
Oh
It's
my
50,
goodness!
bro.
I'm thinking about the.
You talking about the other 49?
I'm gonna be real. The okay, so I got more than one. So I love the ones on Podbean that we did. The music pods,
Bro,
Fun to
me
me.
too.
Music shit was
Me too.
crazy.
Yeah.
On camera, I really enjoyed the Bro Code. Was a
Okay.
good one to
Crazy.
me. And those are the one. Those three, the music ones stick out, and the Bro Code stick out to me. And then maybe one of the friendship ones.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Who next?
Me, in our in-person R&B pod, I love.
Oh, that
my
was
favorite.
one. I forgot about that. Yeah.
That was good.
But
That was
on
good.
our Podbeam audio version only, episode 27, where we talked about the pandemic. We
Okay.
talked about the pandemic, and we talked about what else? Neo when he went on his rant, when he took back the apology, his
About
publicist
the transgender, right?
yeah, about the transgender LGBT, them, the alphabet people.
Right.
When he took back that apology and went on that rant, that was my favorite episode.
Okay.
As well.
Okay.
My top
Okay.
two.
Hold on, let me get mine because my favorite two like y'all like Rec Room has some dope episodes, but the I Still Love Her 1 and 2 when we just because of like music, like we all grew up on hip hop music, and it's just like it gets to like it gets to an, I'll say for me, it gets to an emotional standpoint because there's so much tied into the music. Like there's dates and memories that we grew up off with the music. Just being able to listen to everybody's opinion on their favorite song, favorite artist, favorite albums. You know what I'm saying? So that's like, those are my favorite. I love the R&B part. You know what I'm saying? In person, that was a real dope one. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta say this, like when it comes to controversial, I gotta say, like when Trey was just saying Maxwell is like overrated. That just,
I mean,
yo, that hurt. That really
no, I love him.
Man.
I love him. I love him, but he just not. He not. It's just a consistency thing. It's like I can't, bro. You can't do 2 albums, bro, and you him.
He has
Bruh.
more than 2 albums, son.
but it's not the curl. His curl ain't curl all the way over
Bruh.
with the rest of the music. The rest of the shit ain't, bro. It's
You know what?
that's
Though,
it,
you
though.
know, me and my wife was talking about yesterday.
Ryan Devon
What's that?
got
What's
more.
that?
Ryan Devon.
When T Street said R. Kelly is overrated.
Yeah.
We was riding the truck talking
What
about that.
happened? No.
Explain that to
Let
me.
me explain my R. Kelly hate,
Okay,
if
go ahead.
you want to call it
Do your
hate.
thing, bro.
I do not hate R. Kelly's music.
Right.
We're talking music only.
Music.
The other stuff, yeah.
Of course. Get him out of here.
I
with
do
that.
not hate his music. I like some of his stuff. I don't put him as high as most people.
Okay.
He's still up there for me. If I had to list the top 5, truly he would be in it. But for the show's sake, no.
Okay.
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 So who
But-
next?
But he's just not number one.
No. Oh, did you? Okay. Was you done with your top?
Yeah,
no?
he said his. You didn't
You
say
did
yours. I did.
Okay. So mine's, bro. So surprisingly enough, episode two was a dope ass pod, bro. That was a dope pod. That's when the original Rec Room was on. I thought we were going places after that. But yo, I actually love.
Can we edit this?
Hey, I thought we were going somewhere. No, but yo, I actually thought that part was dope. Like that's the first time I was like, man, this shit might fucking work. Until it didn't. 5 minutes later. But anyway, so the other one was definitely the early the I Still Love Her ones, bro. I was standing. I did both of those shows standing up in my garage. Like I was so hyped. I had this shit on my whiteboard. I was writing shit down because I don't forget. I was so into it, and that's when I started to get cussed out by ET in America because we were supposed to have like a top. 2 or 3? I had like top 10,
Top 25.
top 25 because that, bro. That's the passion. So definitely, those two, I love those two. I would also say the R&B was really good. And I think it was one with Donnie, where Donnie was getting into like some real personal stuff, and I was just like, whoa. Our first one that we did in person when E.
Oh, there with the movie, John.
Yes, with the no. We were talking about like personal stuff.
Oh yeah, okay,
Yeah, and when you got personal, I forgot the
yeah,
name of that.
about that.
When Wiggin and Junior got personal.
With that's the same one.
that's the same.
That's probably
I thought about that.
Yeah,
one too.
because that's when I was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? That's when I was like, whatever the name of that first one is, that we did when we would get. I think it was the one with the talking about Kirk Franklin.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that
one right there. That I like that.
man.
I like that personal stuff, and we're gonna get deeper into those
just
type
the beginning.
of subjects.
2024.
2024
This just
is
the
going to be
beginning,
crazy.
but-
So you see us here, but the best thing about us is us being versatile, right? And also us knowing a lot about each other that we think that we do, but then there's more layers to us as well. So those are my 5 or 5 or 6.
Now, for those who don't know, this was a special year, and it's really special for us because we are music heads, we are hip hop heads, and this year was the 50th anniversary of hip hop music, and with that came a lot of performances, a lot of lists came out, a lot of opinions came out, a lot went on with this the 50th year of hip hop. I'm not 50, so that means hip hop was here
50.
way before I guess I was, but
Right.
we came up to love it. And with that being said, there were lists that put out that were controversial, right? And one of the lists was the top 50 groups of all time, and they had Outkast is number 1, which is arguable. And I think that's a good pick, but where I didn't like is Wu-Tang number 2, I think. And
Why is that?
Cause I'm not a
You hate him.
I'm not a big Wu-Tang fan, man. Wu-Tang is cool, but to be number 2 group of all time in hip hop, Wu-Tang Clan.
Bruh.
You ain't got to be a fan of them to
I
be.
respect them.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I respect what they did to have 10 people rapping.
Yeah.
And then you make like 4 or 5 stars out of those. I
Yeah.
can't take nothing from
Right,
them.
right.
I'm just talking about personally the beats and the style of rapping is not my favorite.
Okay.
It's
So
not.
they should have been number 2 for you.
Nah,
Not at all.
No.
Who would you put as number 2? If you could put somebody.
Well, if I
there.
could have picked the number 2 rap group, I might would have put Bone Thugs.
Are you
Oh,
serious?
shit.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? We got to do a whole we got to do a whole another show. No,
But that's your choice. That's your,
we're
that's
gonna
your choice. That's
redo
your
that
choice.
show in person. We gotta
I'm
redo.
just
We gotta
saying.
redo that show in person because you got a lot of
For
people,
real?
bro,
Bone
who
Thugs.
missed it.
Okay.
Who missed
Well,
it.
I'm learning something all
I'm
the
just
time.
telling you,
I'm
like
learning
that was
something
a
new.
big-
Okay.
Now, if I go through a list,
That's a
All
big
right,
we really
ass show.
start looking, I might would change, but just me thinking off the top. That's what I
Bone
do.
Thugs. Okay.
We're
all right.
gonna revisit that.
That's interesting.
In person, for
I
the
like
listeners
that
because
one.
they want to put their shit in the chat.
Okay.
Okay.
You know what I'm
All right.
saying?
So what else happened, T Streets, during this 50th anniversary? Oh, they put out, actually there was a list of the 50 greatest rappers of all time.
Oh, yeah, you already know.
And this is the only thing I had with T. T told us that Rick Ross didn't belong in that group.
Shit.
Of top 50.
At all. You
At
know,
all.
You know how T feel about Ross though. So that's
He's not on my.
That's my man,
Not
Rose.
on
on my
personal
personal
list.
list. He's never going to make it.
no.
That's Rose.
okay.
But
All right.
he probably deserves. To be honest, he probably deserved to be top 50.
Just not on your list.
Just not on my list.
Respectable.
I had a
respect it.
joke
I
He's in
respect
the
it.
had,
70s somewhere.
I respect it.
Now, the
in the 70s.
Now the Grammys. Okay, here we go. Now the Grammys had a celebration for the Hip Hop 50.
Yeah.
Actually, there was a lot of celebrations.
I
right?
watched that.
But the
Sure,
Grammys
bro.
one was most recent.
Most recent.
I watched a lot of it. I didn't watch all of it. It was dope, man. I think it was
I gotta
good.
catch it.
That was great.
And a lot of times when you have these celebrations, people will always say, "Why didn't such and such perform? I wish
Yeah,
they brought
you
such
can't
and such
everybody,
out."
bro.
But it's so many
You can't
artists and
everybody,
it's so
bro.
much.
It's a lot.
It'll be tough to have everybody,
It's
right?
tough.
But overall, I'm happy about just the celebration of hip hop.
Yes.
Period. Right
Right.
now.
Absolutely.
There were 19 concerts and events that celebrated hip hop, and I'm just gonna go through them real quick because it's important to me. Hip hop has shaped and changed it. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot that could be said that's negative about hip hop, and I do get it. But it's also changed a lot of people's lives for the better.
Absolutely.
And so I choose to focus on the positive rather than the negative. So they said they had what is it? It says Masters of the Hip Hop 50 tour. They had so the 10 most. Well, hell, I got the they had 19 concerts. Put it like
Okay.
that. I'm not gonna name all the concerts, but what this did do was it brought out a lot of the older groups were getting love.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And this hip hop is when you have something that's 50 years, it's easy to lose who was who and what was what because there's so many generations have passed.
Right.
So a lot of the earlier rappers got their love.
Yeah.
One in particular who I think is one of y'all favorites, KRS-One.
See how you do that? You see how you do that right there? No. You see how I watch it, bro. Go ahead.
That's subtle hate. That's subtle hate.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Go ahead.
No, the teacher, the professor, or whatever they call it, KRS-One, he with this Grammys 50 T
KRS.
Streets, didn't he say that if there was a reason why he wasn't participating?
Yeah.
Why didn't he participate?
He said because the Grammys never cared before, and he was saying that
That's true.
they could have they knew that the 50th was coming up, so they could have started a couple years back to start to celebrate hip hop, and then maybe he would have joined, but you didn't want to do anything before. Why are you calling me now? That's how he felt about it.
Public Enemy said years ago, who gives a fuck about a goddamn Grammy? Because a lot of times earlier they weren't even presenting live.
Hell no.
They weren't
Right.
presenting
Nah.
live the winners of the Grammys. They would do it before the show.
Right.
Okay.
What
So
I will
it's-
say
you know what I
about the Grammy show, out of all the different 50th year concerts that I was able to either see or read about, they hit the spectrum as far as going
I gotta watch it.
coast to
I'm
coast
watching.
and everywhere in between.
I'm gonna watch it.
It was a great show.
Isn't that where Boosie performed?
Boosie was
That
did,
right
he
there
did.
was so dope because
Boosie
was
they
there.
went crazy for Boosie, and then what I noticed was I'm looking in the crowd and I seen because I like my dad from Louisiana,
Right.
so like I
Absolutely.
love Boosie, but I seen LL rapping Boosie lyrics. Like LL is like
LL,
considered one of the
bro.
greatest. I seen like there's certain
He is
stars
one
who
of
you
the
wouldn't
greatest.
think would like
That's
wipe
dope.
me down. They was spitting that drink word for word.
That's
He was
dope.
so happy. So that was just really like dope to me.
That's
You know
dope,
who
bro.
else was there?
Cool.
That I'm surprised it wasn't a lot of anybody talking about it. They had Gunna perform.
Really?
Gunna.
I didn't know.
Gunna
Gunna performed.
Really?
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I saw, I said, "Oh,
I didn't know that.
Well,
I ain't
my
know
thing
that.
is this.
Damn.
It's okay, I'm not KRS-One, and I think it's okay to take a stance and everything like that. But why can't you just, why can't you just say, you know what, fuck it, man. They celebrating this now, no matter if they did before. Let me enjoy this. Let me perform and do my thing.
That's another.
That's another
that's
way to
another
look
outlook.
at it.
I mean, but like, I'm not him.
Yeah,
Whatever. I mean,
yeah.
an adult does what adult wants to do. I'm just saying that he could have took a different route or whatever. But that's his choice.
You gotta listen to Love's Gonna Get You. As soon
From
as
who?
from KRS. As soon as we gonna play Love's
Love's
Gonna
gonna
Get You,
get you. What Nicki D on the
you
Nicki
going
D was in that
ahead,
video.
yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Nicki
He
D.
said, yeah, like whatever.
Nicki D.
I guess. Now, so since we talking about that, right?
All right.
We're gonna bring it up to speed, and we're gonna talk about there were a lot of hip hop albums that were released this year, which every year, right? But we're gonna talk about our favorite.
Okay.
Now, I know that Weeknd and Juniors and T Streets probably have listened to more albums
Than anybody
than,
on Earth. On Earth.
and Rick Dog, he not here
Rico,
right
yeah,
now.
shout out to Rick, man.
So I want to get T Streets. We did 5. You might have more than 5. Give me your top 5 albums.
favorite
of
rap
this year.
albums."
Yes, sir.
I only have 2.
Okay.
I was not impressed with rap this year, to be honest.
Right.
Wow. Okay.
Dang.
So my 2 favorites for the year: Killer Mike, Michael, and The Alchemist and Larry June, The Great Escape.
You got my joint. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm with T Streets, right?
Yeah.
I put I'm gonna ask that. And I'm gonna ask the disappointment. I got a disappointment one, but I'm not gonna do that one
Right.
first. I got actually I got what T got. Larry June, The Great Escape, and I got Killer Mike's album, Mike One. If I had to pick one, I'm gonna go Killer Mike.
Why did y'all pick those specifically?
Well, I picked Larry June one because I like that. To me, sometimes when artists use one producer, I'm not a fan of that. I like to hear it mixed up, but he used one producer and it was so cohesive.
Flawless.
Yeah, it made me think like, damn, if you do it right with just one producer, it's dope. It was very cohesive, very chill, laid back, just like Larry June's other albums, but it was just the cohesiveness, I think, is what brought it out. The laid backness and the cohesiveness of Larry June and Alchemist made it dope. In terms of Killer Mike's album, Killer Mike, we all know that he can rap. But the thing that I like about Killer Mike is that he's able to have content, but it's still entertaining. Sometimes when artists are just strictly content based, it lacks somewhere else. But when you can have the production and you can have the content, that made it dope. You can tell that he spent money on this. You can tell that he got the choir singing. I mean, you know, the beats, his instruments, is rapping. It's everything encompassed in one thing, man. And I think it was dope. Yeah. Those are the reasons that I picked dope.
Me, like I say, for me, like there wasn't. 2023 is kind of weird because it wasn't one particular album that was just shadow of a doubt, like a knockout album, but there's like a few I like. So like one is Jay Stone. What was his album?
The latest one?
The latest one, Definition of Success. Jay Stone is like a protege of Nipsey. I gravitated to him off the bat because when you listen to him rap, he kind of reminds you of Nipsey. Like the style he had, you know what I'm saying? His style is dope. He can hold my attention for a whole project, you know what I mean? Killer Mike was another one because like I've been listening to Killer Mike for years, and Killer Mike is a superb lyricist to me. He has like substance in his music, and this particular album was so dope because every song I like I can listen to him, and then like he has some features that I wouldn't expect him to have on there.
That Mozzie Jones go crazy.
And see, I love when you have an artist that you may think. You never think that he would do a song with a certain type of artist, but it meshed so well. It was just so dope. Then, of course, you know, Larry June had two. Now, Larry June and Cardo, the Night Shift.
I listened to Cardo yesterday.
Larry June and Cardo, the Night Shift, and Larry June, the Alchemist, the Great Escape. Now, I love, like, Larry June is like my go-to artist. I gotta give a shout out to Alex because he put me on to Larry June. But I love Larry June's style. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's laid back, he's smooth.
He's super smooth,
that
bro.
Shit on the track. You know what I'm saying? It's like a soundtrack to life, and then like it's car music to me. I can put it on and just ride to it. Then I got like one that was kind of surprising in a way it shouldn't be, but it was because the first one I didn't like it. That was 2 Chainz and Lil Wayne album. You know what I mean? Like I didn't jump to it, but when I listened to it, man, like the wordplay is crazy. They actually complement each other. You know what I mean? Like they're
2 Chainz.
I know people kind of sleep on 2 Chainz sometimes, but the shit he was saying was dope. It was up there with Wayne. The beats they picked was crazy. Like it surprised me.
I'm with you there. It was a pleasant surprise for me.
It was a real pleasant
that was a surprise. Okay.
Then I got one artist like. He's from Baltimore, Shorty, and Murder Beats. It's called Memory Lane 2. So I just started listening to him like some months ago. He's like a mix of like a rap and sing. And if you listen to him, his style sounds like he might be from Cali, but he's really from B-more. But what I like about him is like his hooks. Like I love an awesome dope hook. You know what I'm saying? And then like I don't know about y'all, but for me, like I have moments where I'm in the car and I can't decide between rap and R&B, but when there's an artist that meshes both of them, it's like a perfect match for me, and I can put his shit on and just ride in the car. So you know what I'm saying? So I love that. And then the last one on the gangster tip, I gotta put like Doughboy. You know what I'm saying? Beezy, his album. You know what I mean? I know if you know him or not, Doughboy. He signed the Future. You know what I'm saying? But he's coming up. But he has some nice tracks. He's a dope artist. You know what I mean? So. Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay. All right. Y'all ready?
Yeah, come on with it.
All right, Playboys. Check it out. I got 4 because I respect y'all time. You feel me? I got 4. So number 4, the best rapper alive is Black Thought. Period.
Okay.
Glorious Game. It came out earlier. Man, let me tell you.
Glorious Game.
Man, let me tell you. Black Thought. It's like. This is like his mind is just like me and T. We was on the phone talking about like old Roots albums like 2 weeks ago. We was on the phone just talking about this his wordplay and just how brilliant he is with his mind. Number 3, this album is so dope. Every view, all the views is like under like 6,000 to 7,000, but the wordplay of Skyzoo on Mind of a Saint. Let me tell you.
Ooh, I forgot about
that. I've never watched Snowfall in my life.
Never?
He made a whole album based off of the characters and scenes from Snowfall.
Yeah.
This album is so brilliant. It's so brilliant. His wordplay on it. And Skyzoo has written for a lot of your top artists. He's a ghostwriter for them. Brilliant album. Check out Mind of a Saint, Skyzoo. Number 2 and number 1 was hard for me, bro, because my favorite, the GOAT, Nas, Magic 3,
All right,
was the 6th album from him and Hit Boy. And when I tell you that from track 1 to the last track was just a beautiful mixture of beats. It reminded me of Cocaine 80s.
Yeah,
it reminded me like a Cocaine 80s or something like that type of common sound with like a J Dilla or something like that. And it was just so dope how Hit Boy kind of went to that bag with Nas and how Nas was in that bag, and it sounded like a send off.
Better than Magic 2.
Yes. It's better than Magic 2. The first Magic was the best Magic.
For sure.
Magic and King's Disease 3. Come on now.
Yep.
But listen, Nas is my GOAT. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Unborn kids know that Nas is my GOAT. Okay, but number 1, bro, Michael, bro. Killer Mike, bro. Let me tell you something. That I Shed Tears joint, like that, I cried listening to that. That I went out on my deck, bro, and I sat down and I re-listened to the album, and I was just like, this is a magical masterpiece of him. And I was just so happy that Killer Mike, he took that time. What is that man? In his late 40s. He's been doing this with Outkast for years. But I was like, bro, this one right
and he
here.
said he invested all his own money.
He invested, and you can tell the instrumentation, bro. But honorable mention. It was a lot of dope music.
Yeah.
Honorable mention. I'm gonna just say like, and this because it's like the most current, but Drake, Scary Hours. Thanks a lot, Joe Budden.
Okay.
Scary Hours.
Thanks a lot, Joe Budden.
Thank you, Joe Budden.
Thank you, Joe Budden. Yo, Drake, Scary Hours. It's like
Drake went off.
He got mad and he just went in rapper mode. Laser beam.
He did.
You think those are new songs or song that he went back in the lab?
They were
Shit was new, bro.
They new songs.
They were new.
It seemed like he got a fire lit under him, and I get it, man. I don't know. I can't imagine what it's like to have done so well in music and probably have all the money, have everything you want, to find the motivation to rap. Probably it's hard if you put yourself in that mind state.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean. So sometimes you need something like that,
in
order to make you go hard or whatever. In that position,
I got
So back to Killer Mike. What's the song that he made about his mother?
My mama,
Bruh, this man talking so much grown man shit on this album, bro. It's like it pulls you into it. It's just the wordplay, man. I just listen to Michael. I just want to shout out to Killer Mike
for sure.
Thank you for making that album, bro.
I have a couple more honorable mentions.
Who you got?
Gunna, A Gift and a Curse.
Yeah,
I thought about that.
That was good.
That was good, though. I did, and I'm not even really a Gunna fan.
I'm not a Gunna.
But it was good. And then you have, this is going to surprise y'all.
Please tell me who.
Ross and Meek.
Yeah.
What?
Yo, you know what's crazy?
I didn't like it the first listen.
Bro, listen to it when you in the gym.
But when I listened to it
in the gym,
I was like, oh, this is pretty good.
You know, I listened to it.
Ross and Meek.
It was a surprise.
Listen to it when you in the gym. You work out. You don't work out. Go fucking start working out.
I listened to it, but I didn't.
It's hard.
I did a one pass.
Damn,
and I didn't keep listening to it. Not because it wasn't good, but I just
I know,
got
right?
back to
One
it.
of my, that was a disappointing one to because I'm a Ross and Big Meek fan, so like I've listened to it a few times. It's not, it wasn't whack to me, but my expectations, I just thought it would be because Ross is a theatrical. Like, is this his big production? So I thought it was bigger than what it was. But hold on, you co-signing that?
It took for me to hear individual songs like elsewhere, like on shows or
Yeah.
You know what happened?
And I was like, hold on, that's on that album?
Santorini Grease.
I gotta go back and
No, you know
watch.
what happened? I think I let T get to me when he kept saying Ross is not lyrical, right?
He's not.
And so now this is the first
he's a
album.
vibe, though.
This the first album that I start really listening to how he's rapping and what he's saying, and then I got disappointed.
Him and
Because
Meek,
let me tell you why. Let me tell you
They
why.
dance.
Because I
They
was
like
like,
dance
all right. I'm like, all right, Ross, like.
No, he came around.
Yeah, it was just
hurt.
like, okay,
He was
I
hurt
heard a little
because I was
bit
right.
because I was like, you rapping, but it's like you still just the only thing Ross doesn't rap in detail. It's just like It's
He
like
give
he
you
raps
moments.
like this, like
He
yeah,
does
it's
moments.
just like damn. Okay, can you say something that really happened, or say something that I can't explain? But
Only
it was just
fat
like,
nigga jogging on the beach.
just
Hard.
it just wasn't.
So in that, what you talking about right now, right? Can you fuck with Wayne?
Yes.
So this is the biggest complaint people say about Wayne. Oh, Wayne don't be talking about anything, right? This is how I feel. I like all types of rap. I don't necessarily need all my rappers to have some super substance and be super lyrical. And I come from the old school too. Like I've been through all the generations. Even back in the day when rap was really about something, you always had artists who it really wasn't about some super substance. It's just about how dope your rhymes could be. It ain't gotta be nothing deep like with Wayne. He don't say nothing deep, but the shit he be saying just be
Yeah,
so
yeah, you can hear the sound. And the same thing with Ross. It's just that after I keep hearing it,
You wanna
then I
impress.
start zoning to it. I'm like, dang, can you give a little something? I don't know. Ross still my dog with all that.
Bruh.
Okay.
Listen to the
All
Meek
right.
joint again when you
I gotta
when you,
listen to
when,
it again,
when you in
man,
the
for
gym.
real.
I listened to the whole thing in the gym yesterday, and I was like, okay,
All right.
I got it.
All
Yeah,
right.
surprise,
I got it now.
Surprise me. Shout out to Ross.
Shout out to
you know
Ross
what?
and
I'm taking
Meek,
all
man,
my hate
and
back
Meek,
for
bro,
Ross.
and Meek, bro.
Actually, Ross, you in my top 50
Bro,
now.
okay,
Bro, you
okay.
might be top
Meek
25.
is nice.
You a Miami Hurricane.
All right,
Meek
all right.
still has a couple, bro.
I love that nigga, boy.
Bro,
Love
his
Meek.
voice inflection,
Meek, alright,
he
man.
could. Oh
Meek reminds me of Jadakiss in the way of. I think Meek became a bigger star than Jadakiss. I think,
Yeah, for sure.
but both of them had the potential to be like the top guy.
But
And for whatever
It's
reason,
something. It's
Yeah,
something.
something
Yeah,
holding him
yeah,
back.
yeah, for
Bro,
sure.
Now,
for sure.
that Lord knows with Meek on the Creed soundtrack, bro.
Nigga.
When I heard that joint, first of all, I heard that shit like five years late. I was
You
like,
did.
this song,
You
this
did.
nigga is amazing. This nigga is amazing. My bad, E. You know how we get when
you
you start
good.
doing that.
So let's go with the most disappointing joint. And I had
I don't
one.
want
Who
to
you
say
got?
this.
Who you got? Who you
I don't
got?
want to
I
say it.
had that.
I don't wanna say
Okay,
it.
so the most disappointing one
I
that
don't
I
wanna say
remember
it.
hearing for me was Currency and Jermaine Dupri.
Oh, you know, oh damn. You know what?
I like the few joints. I like the few joints.
I was
You know what? I
disappointed.
forgot about that. You right. You right.
I was a little
You right.
disappointed.
I don't
in
wanna
that,
say
man.
mine.
You
That
right.
was mine.
You right. Who you got?
Listen.
See?
Number one, the Drake for All the Dogs.
Okay.
Okay.
I like the album though. I do like it,
But-
it was just disappointing.
Yeah.
I look at Drake, and for as great as he is, I just want to see him make a great album. I do
You
not
want
feel
him to
like
make
he's made a
Thriller
great
album.
album.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Personally.
Not take care.
Take care. Take
It
care
was
is
good. I
probably
think it
his
was
best.
great.
Okay.
Yeah.
all
But
right.
I don't hold it. People call it a classic now. It's not a classic. Never was.
Okay. all
To
right.
me.
All right.
Okay.
Magic 2 was pure
Some shit,
trash.
some shit,
It
right?
Nas, you should have kept that shit on the
Trash.
shelf.
Yeah.
That was a big disappointment.
And that's coming from one of your biggest
I can
fans.
explain that.
I
Sure,
am,
for
I am
sure.
glad that you came right back out a
Right
couple
back.
months later with Magic 3.
I can explain that.
It was a lot better.
Are you ready for him to move on from Hit Boy? I'm ready for him to do some. I don't want
Yeah,
no
do
more
some
Hit
other
Boy
shit.
albums. I'm done. I'm
I
good.
want
they
the
gave me
collab
that,
album
yeah.
Okay.
from him. Him and AZ, him and Scarface. Give me a collab album.
What you got?
Do it with DJ Premier.
Okay.
What you got?
Who you got?
man?
Who
Oh,
Go
one
ahead.
more thing. One more disappointment.
you got?
Andre 3000 not making a rap album.
Okay, I don't even got to say.
All right.
That was a disappointment. I still haven't listened to it because I'm not
It's
rushing
nothing
to
to
listen
listen
to
to.
a
It's
nigga
no
play
lyrics.
flutes.
I heard 1 or 2 songs. It was just like
Massage
I'm done.
envy.
I'm
That's
done.
massage envy.
Massage
I'm
envy.
sure
That's
it's
the
great.
massage
It
envy
do
soundtrack.
sound like when you getting the
no,
massage.
yeah,
though.
with the water running in the background.
But it is. But if you, I'm gonna be real. If you zone, especially that first zone, if you just chilling and you put it on the zone to it,
Yeah,
it's probably cool.
It's
probably
probably cool. You know what I'm
It's probably
saying?
cool.
If I'm
It's
getting my
not
feet
for.
rubbed.
It's when you doing certain things you listen to that.
Yeah,
but you can't
like
be
getting a
you know what,
massage.
I'm gonna put you gotta be on a beach on a vacation.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
like,
It's disappointing
You
because
gotta
it's not
be-
a rap album.
Right.
And even
In the
like
Netherlands.
he can do that. Like he's an artist that Andre always been like a different type of artist.
Right.
But the disappointment from fan comes from everybody loves him so much. He doesn't make any rap music, so we want him to. We want him. We
it's
want to
what
hear something.
we
That's where
want him to
disappointment
do.
come from.
Yeah,
Come from
right,
for real.
right.
For
Yeah,
real.
that's it.
What you got?
Yeah, what you-
Like I said, like, and I got it after listening to Trey and Terrence. Like I had like Meek Mill and Ross. Like just because I'm a
It's hard.
Ross and Meek Mill fan,
Hard.
I'm gonna. that was on my list, but I gotta go back and listen to it some more. But he just reminded me, it slipped my mind. That Currency and Jermaine Dupri, it's like one or two songs I like, but I was like, man, what the fuck?
It's
Like,
because the Alchemist. Because y'all made me start listening to Currency with the Alchemist joint.
That's all AG.
Yeah,
Shout out to AG.
Yeah, that made me start listening to Currency though. So mine is one, and it's as I'm saying it, it's gonna hurt me as I'm saying it out of my mouth. That and then you pray for me joint.
the West Side Gun.
West
joint?
Side Gun, bro.
It wasn't all that to me. It wasn't all that to me.
That ain't.
You know what?
It ain't make me wanna.
I still haven't finished the album.
So that say
It
something.
wasn't impressive.
That's
Yeah,
Let
bro.
me tell you something, man.
I love Griselda.
I love
Yeah.
Gun.
I love Griselda.
I love West Side,
Benny
yeah.
is. I'm telling you, Benny the Butcher.
Benny's that guy.
Benny the Butcher. Conway
And Conway.
and West.
I love-
Everybody.
And West Side Gun.
I love
dope.
West Side.
But these
yeah.
beats on this one, bro.
Man, I heard I don't know if it was this one, but I heard a West Side Gun joke where there was no drums and none of the beats. It was just all like sample. That shit
He don't
sound
like-
crazy.
he don't
Bro,
like- he
his
don't like
voice
that shit.
is.
I like West
His
Side Gun
voice
because he's
is an
different.
instrument.
But the
Yeah,
shit
but
I'm
the
talking about,
instrument.
yo,
These
God.
beats on this one, bro. Come on, man.
I don't like all that. Some of
I
his
love
extra
you.
singing and I'm like, bro, you don't got. Come on, man. This is you doing too much. But I mean, that's his style.
Ben,
you know what I mean?
those three just together. Like I'm not really big on Stove.
You don't like
Man,
Stove
Stove
God?
God.
I mean, Stove
Man.
Guy. Yeah, listen, Stove Guy. No
Damn,
disrespect. You feel me?
son.
I love Benny so much. Conway, Conway the best rapper, bro. And Westside, like those three, like they an
they
unstoppable
dope.
machine, bro. But just these beats on this last one, I was like, yeah. I went back to Rayful's Plug. Rayful's Plug is your greatest song you ever made, Westside. Rayful's Plug, come on, bro. I can't listen to that and then listen to the. Go ahead.
Now I was gonna ask y'all about we did hip hop. Now I was
Yeah.
gonna ask y'all about R&B.
Yeah.
What was y'all top R&B ones?
Ooh.
Go ahead, Trey. Give us some Trey.
Oh,
Yeah,
this is
wait,
gonna
wait,
be real
wait.
quick. Diddy, and Diddy. Number two, my girlfriend. Oh, I can't edit that out. My wife don't see that. SZA, SOS. But Diddy, come
You
on,
picked
man.
the same ones I picked.
Come on, man. Diddy. Let me tell you something.
And SZA.
Let me tell you something, America. Whatever's going on. Diddy put together a magical, nostalgic R&B album. He made Justin Bieber sound like fucking
Doves.
bruh. Justin Bieber, Mary J. Blige. I mean,
Bruh.
and then he took today's artists and put them over
Everybody
that
on
bad
it.
boy 90s vibe.
But not only that, if you listen to, I don't know what the mic settings were, or I don't know, seriously, like I don't know what they put on their voices,
Crazy.
but it was ridiculous.
Jasmine
The
Sullivan.
the mixing and the mastering
What?
and the whole sound of that album, he got it.
What's the girl? Jazzy or Mozzie? What's
Jazzy.
her- Let me tell you
That's
something.
Terrence
Let me tell
Bill.
you something, Jazzy.
She dope though.
You, yeah.
She dope
You,
for real.
Diddy got
you
that
Jazzy.
down for
She
me.
dope for
Yeah.
What'd you say, Weekend?
Crazy.
I got all right. So
Jay-Z.
not this time.
got Jay-Z. 1, 2, 3, R&B.
Cleo Soul. She's a
Which one? Which
I gotta
one?
listen to that.
the Gold album, and
Okay.
like it's like a real soulful album. Like she got a beautiful voice, and it's like every song is just so soulful. Like it make you feel like warm inside. You know what I'm saying? Then I got my man. I just got put on to him, Leon Thomas. So like Electric Dust. So Leon is,
Leon Thomas.
he actually was like he's younger than us, but he was like an actor on Nickelodeon, like iCarly
Yeah, he
and all
dope.
that.
He dope.
He came up with
Leon
Ariana
Thomas.
Grande and all that.
He
but
dope.
He's like talented.
All
but
them be stars, bro.
his vibe is dope. His style is dope. You know what I'm
I
saying?
gotta check him out.
He got he's talented. He can play guitar, piano, all that stuff.
Oh, I gotta check him out.
And it's like he just his album is all around. It's like a dope mesh of music.
Okay.
What's this? I gotta say her name right. Maida.
Maida.
The white girl.
Baby Maida.
I
The way-
don't know if she's mixed or
She's
whatever.
mixed. I think she mixed.
I started listening to her like 2 weeks ago. I was playing a game with True, right? So I listened to her because Joe Buddy kept talking about her, right? It's nice.
Man,
It's
just
nice.
her
It's
album
nice.
called When I Hear Your Name. She got like a beautiful
It's
voice.
nice,
She can
yeah.
really blow, and you can just tell that she gonna be around for a while.
Okay.
And this my last one. This is my man right here. I discovered him from Snoop. He signed to Death Row. October London, the Rebirth of Marvin. Hey,
That's
son.
yo, the Marvin joint.
Dog.
Don't it sound like Marvin a
This
little
man,
bit?
I promise you, I played this for my uncles or like my old heads. It was like, who, is this Marvin?
He gotta stay in that lane,
Bro,
He better because
his-
this
better,
other
right?
niggas trash.
his,
Oh yeah.
bro.
no, he don't listen to
Bro,
him.
no,
his other niggas
he
trash.
gon-
Bro,
I only
you go.
heard that one
No,
song that
he's gonna
sounded
be
like
on
Marvin
tour.
Gaye.
We should go see him. He comes in like February,
I'll
March.
go. Hey, look, he's so fucking soulful.
He sound like Marvin a little bit, bro.
Y'all took it a little too far.
What?
Now I don't want 3 guys going to see somebody that
Come
sounds like
on,
Marvin
bro.
Gaye.
We music people,
Listen,
bro.
listen.
Nah,
Bro,
Y'all took it too far, man.
And we gonna sit that too.
Honest, look, I'm on the back porch, me and my uncle drinking, we doing our thing, and I said, let me get the remote. And he had his head down, so I put October London on.
October London is
and my
dope.
uncle like 63. He was
That,
like, who is this?
What's the
music is
main
so
one he
ill.
got? What's the main song that he has where he sound like I thought this was fucking Marvin Gaye on it?
He got, I don't know which one.
Come over to your place.
Bro, he got a whole.
Bro.
He got a lot of, and it's not just this album. I know Terrence he don't fare him. You know what I'm saying? But
There's some
when I first heard him,
like him.
he's dope to me. I
Bro,
love him.
He's nice, bro. He's nice. He's actually gonna be touring here. There's a lot of tours I'm going to in October. I'm going to see the Whispers. I'm
Damn.
coming. I
When
gotta
the
go
beat
see
goes
Patty,
on.
and I gotta go see Miss Patty. I seen Anita Baker. I don't
Okay.
care what y'all talking
I
about.
seen Anita
Babyface.
Baker and I
Anita
seen
Baker's fantastic.
Babyface in 2020.
Which one was better, bro?
Babyface.
Nah, it was Anita Baker. See
Dang.
what I'm saying?
Y'all,
What we got for R&B?
y'all name some that are on my list, so I'll go elsewhere. Jazzy, Songs for Women, Free
Yeah.
Game for Niggas.
Oh, that
EP.
was-
See, it's
good.
hard
I
for
like
me
that.
to. It's hard for me to. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for me.
Man, I don't.
It's
doesn't
hard.
matter.
Go ahead.
Doesn't
My
matter.
bad, T.
Keon Dixon, the R&B you love.
I gotta check that out. Yeah.
Then we have the Artist Archives, and this is a personal favorite. Everybody may not like it. Young dude named Childish Major, First Lady,
yeah.
Less Than 3.
For sure.
Childish
He dope.
Major.
He dope.
All right, so let's
Okay.
get into
That's good.
let's get into favorite shows and movies of 2024.
Wait, what R&B albums disappointed you? Did any?
I didn't have a disappointment.
Not really. Nothing really.
I didn't have.
R&B
I
tough,
didn't have.
though. R&B tough.
I didn't have nothing that I was like. I'm looking forward to. I heard it
Right.
and I'm disappointed. I ain't really.
That's the
Okay.
beauty
You
of
had
YouTube.
something?
I could tell you what disappointed me. Majid Jordan, Good People.
What? You ain't like
No, I did not like it.
Okay.
I did not like it
love
at all.
Majid
You had a
Jordan.
disappointment.
Who the hell is
not
Majid
me.
Jordan?
Oh, also
Michael
Six,
Jordan?
with Black,
They signed
Six
to
Black,
Drake.
Black.
So Six Black came out.
Hey, I like Six Black.
Since I have a lover, it was cool, but it just wasn't his
Best one.
Yeah,
normal.
I listened to his last joint. I liked it, but I didn't know
And
he
who
had
else?
new
That
one.
was it.
And I have honorable mentions. He's not a rapper, but his album wasn't rap, or this album wasn't a rap album. It's really not R&B, but I'm putting it in here. Little Yachty.
Yes. Hey, bro.
Lil
Little
Yachty,
Yachty.
what is
Let's
it?
start here.
I love
I
that.
like the
album.
music.
Yes.
The music was dope. Oh, you know who I forgot on my top one of my top joints?
Who?
Tyler Creator's joint. Didn't it come?
You
was
like
that
that?
was
That was
2022.
2022.
That was 2022.
I'm gonna edit that out. Go ahead. Yeah.
It's out there now. It's
Yeah.
like, it is what
Let
it
me
is.
tell
also-
you about. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You know Roy from Roy and Maul
Yeah.
used to be on Joe.
Oh,
Roy
yeah.
had a album release
Yeah.
called I Thought It'd Be Different.
Yep, that's
Roy
dope.
make music.
Wait, what does he do?
Basically, you know,
Did he sing?
he basically collection of artists.
Like,
Okay,
like
I
a
got it,
DJ
I got it, I got
Vlad.
it.
Yeah,
That's
not
dope.
Vlad, but like DJ
That's
Khaled.
dope.
type
Khaled
joint.
type shit.
Yeah,
Let me
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
well,
That's dope.
I got
Dope
one
album.
thing. I got one goddamn thing.
Who?
The boy get on my nerves, but I'm gonna give respect. It's just one damn song that I love that's new. That damn Tyrese, I don't think you ever loved me song. That shit is amazing.
No, I haven't heard it yet.
I never heard
I've
it.
heard
It is
about
so
it, but I haven't heard it yet.
amazing, bro. That's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to
No,
write
you
that
good.
out. What we got?
What top? We're gonna go top shows and top movies.
Okay.
Me and Trey was having this conversation earlier. I got a fucked up memory,
That's
and so I could see a movie,
shit that happens in your 40s, y'all.
and I could see a movie. I could see it. It was a good ass movie. 3 months later, come on again. I'm trying to
You be
remember
like,
if
I
I
ain't
saw
never
it
watched this
before.
shit before.
Yeah,
You
like,
talking
have I
about-
seen this joint before?
Do you argue because you're like, I've never watched this shit
Bruh.
before? You did watch it.
So
You
with
watched
this list, I had to just recount because my memory with movies is just I don't know what's going on, right? So with top movies, one of y'all can go first.
Let me
ahead,
do
bro.
my. So I only got two because I like As far as like movies that came out in 2023, it wasn't a whole lot that I watched or liked. Most of the movies I seen were like movies that may have popped up on an app, but they were from like a few years ago. But 2023, this movie off Netflix called Reptile. It got like
I got that on my list.
Justin Timberlake and Alicia Steele song about
I like that.
A detective trying to figure out like a murder that don't add up. That was dope to me. I watched it twice, and then The Burial on Amazon with Jamie Foxx. And Tommy Lee Jones.
I forgot about that.
That movie good. You know what I'm saying?
They said Jamie Foxx did his thing.
For sure.
And my man, Tommy Lee.
Those my two for the movies.
What you got,
I'll get mine out the way. Nothing impressed me. Mainly because I really haven't watched too many movies this year.
Mm-hmm.
So I couldn't really think of anything that I like. Like The Burial.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it. It's on my list to watch. I just haven't watched it.
It's good. Yeah, you gotta check it out.
What you got, E?
That's it. I don't have anything.
I got so they cloned Tyrone was cool. I got Creed 3. Didn't that come out?
Yeah.
That was good. Now, this is what I want to say. I think that the style of movies now is to make them not make sense. I'm convinced because no bullshit. Because every movie I watch,
talk about it.
The ending is always some weird wild shit instead of something normal. So I learned. I said, you know what? That's the style now to make your shit don't make sense.
I'm gonna talk about
that's
it.
how it goes.
I'm talk about it.
Those are movies I hate.
So with mine, to add on to what E was saying, right? Netflix, like I don't know if like half of your shit is to confuse me. Like that Run Rabbit Run shit could have been good, but then you the ending was not ending ish. So let me just go to just my top movies. Air was good as shit.
Air? I fell
Air
asleep
was
on that,
good
man.
as shit.
You know,
bro.
I did like Air.
That shit was
good.
fantastic. It was about
It was cool.
It was
gotta watch
about
it
the
again.
development of the Jordan 1 shoe.
Okay.
Matt Damon did his fucking thing. What's the lady that say always always getting beat up all the time and sad?
Viola Davis.
Viola Davis did a great job.
That beat up, she just never happy. Was she happy in that?
Miss Viola, she gonna be on the show.
Did she smile?
Yeah, she smiled. So she gonna be on the show. Miss Viola, you can come on the show. She was
Jordan's mom, right?
Yeah, she Jordan's mom. Did a great job, bro. Matt Damon, great job. Creed 3. It was predictable, but it was good. But let me tell you something, Joe. What's my boy?
Jonathan Majors?
No, Michael.
Jordan.
Listen, you my man, Playboy. You better put Stallone in the next one. Okay, you my man.
Don't they got some type of
Don't ever
discrepancy?
not this right.
He took over the franchise.
Yeah, but they gotta put Stallone in the
they
movie.
said I thought
Jordan
they
took
said
over the franchise.
Stallone just didn't like the
Stallone was beefing
direction, right?
Stallone was beefing with the main guy who gives the yes or no. It wasn't. It wasn't with Michael B.
Right.
Yeah, and Stallone made that. He made that clear. Extraction 2 was dope, bro.
That was cool.
Lot of
That was
violence.
cool.
I like that shit. It was good. And one of my sleepers, Knock at the Cabin. That was really good. What's the wrestler dude who be in the movies? The
Which
fake rock.
one?
The fake
Fake
rock.
Rock.
The fake
Who's
rock.
that?
John Cena?
No, not John Cena. The nigga that looked like he Rock's cousin. The big nigga.
Yeah. I forgot his name.
He was in it. Did a great job. It's basically about a sacrifice. If you sacrifice one, it's just
Samoa dude.
Just watch the movie. They're at a cabin. It's the summertime. Somebody knocks on the door like, "Yo, one of y'all gotta go. If not, the world is gonna end." Like, this shit was really dope. Who made the one with Bruce Willis, the ghost one? What's the guy?
Bruce Willis.
Who made the movie with
You talking about Sixth Sense?
Sixth Sense?
Who made it?
I don't know.
So
I
anyway,
can't remember.
he made this movie, and it's fantastic. He also made Devil. He made other movies. It's gonna kill me that I forgot my man's name. It's gonna pop up. Anyway, fantastic movie. Knock at the Cabin.
Now for shows,
M. Night Shyamalan.
now for shows, I got
M. Night Shyamalan. That's his name.
I got Bel Air.
Okay.
I think that was dope.
That's dope.
The
That's good.
spinoff on
It's a
the
good show.
hell
Yeah, good show, good show.
BMF and
Yeah,
Kanan.
for sure.
And then the last one I had. This is an old show, so y'all don't say that's been out.
All right.
But I'm just start watching that shit.
All right.
Okay.
Fargo.
Nah, I like that though.
I like Fargo.
I like that.
From the beginning?
Amazon.
I'm on
or something?
season 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've only seen season 1.
Okay, and it's the type of show. Each year it's a
Yeah,
different
story.
Yeah. So I'm on season 2. I like Fargo.
Where's it on? It's on Amazon?
It's on
It's on Hulu.
Hulu?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
good joint. That joint tight. for so far. So that's what I got. For
So are we doing disappointments after Ed does his? Or we just doing
whatever.
it random?
I just did is whatever. You got disappointments.
Before you go, my disappointments is like I was talking about to you, the endings of like a lot of Netflix movies, right? Like The Strays.
Movies, period.
Netflix,
bro.
I'm calling y'all out. The Strays, the ending, fucking terrible. Run Rabbit Run. And Benicio del Toro did a fantastic job in The Reptile, but the rest of that shit wasn't. This shit did, but his performance was dope. It's just how it kind of ended towards the end a little bit. I think it could have been a little bit better, but Reptile 7 out of 10. Go ahead, bro.
My show, so like Beef on Netflix with Ali Wong.
I started watching funny,
Man.
bro.
Oh yeah, that was
That's
funny.
like
That was funny.
funny, bro.
Suspense.
She's hilarious,
I
isn't she?
love her.
She's
man.
hilarious.
Like that's dope. What? Hey, then I got Black Mirror on Netflix. Like that's just, I mean, it's season 6. You
Yeah,
know
I
what
like
mean?
Black Mirror.
That was dope. The Lincoln Lawyer, I love it. Like season 2.
Lincoln
That was
Lawyer.
good.
You ever watched the movie?
I watched the movie.
Yeah.
That's what got me on it first.
Yeah.
Then I got Poker Face on Peacock with Natasha Lyonne. It's like if you were like a Columbo fan. It's like she's like an unintentional detective.
I gotta check that out.
And she just stumbles into stuff and she solves it. You know what I'm saying?
We old enough to know what Columbo is, America.
And then my last two is BMF and Raising Kanan. Like, you know what I mean? So
What you got, T Streets?
I have Rabbit Hole. It's a series on Paramount Plus with the dude from 24. Remember the show?
You talk
Whatever-
about
whatever his name
Kiefer
is.
Sutherland.
Yeah,
You talk about Michael from fucking what's the vampire? Lost Boys. Come on now.
Yeah. So Rabbit Hole, Special Ops Lioness on Paramount Plus. That's with my girl. What's her name? Joe Saldano.
Zoe.
Zoe
Yeah, she like white dudes. She
Saldana.
don't like white dudes. Go ahead.
You have Citadel. That's on Prime Videos. And Swagger season 2 on Apple Plus, the series that Kevin Durant is his series.
He's doing pretty good with that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
With that bag, right? E, what's your show?
That's all. I named mine.
So-
all I had was I only had a few. You know what? This year, bro. This is one of the years where I've looked at the least amount of TV and that I've ever done. Now I wish I could follow that up by saying because I've been reading books. No, I just ain't been watching TV. But this year we gonna get into resolution. Well, I don't do resolutions, but goals and stuff like that. And I want to be able to combat that with saying it's because I've been reading books and shit. But I can't say
well, I
this
mean,
shit.
I be doing a lot of books, but it's all.
But what are you about to say?
I read the books for you, player.
Trey, you was gonna say
So I'm a listen. First of all, it's tough for me to watch a lot of shit that really gets me. One show that I was really into, but they fucked it up again. What's the one I forgot the fucking name. It'll come back. But the show that I'm looking forward to that I'm going to watch the whole show is the Bass Reeves.
I started that last night.
Bass Reeves is really special because Bass Reeves was a former enslaved person who became an American lawman. He was the first black deputy in the U.S. West of the Mississippi River. He worked mostly in the Indian Territory. So I do read a lot. I've read about Bass Reeves, and it's dope that they have a show specifically for him. But it's just like E. It's like it's a lot of shows that I try to get into that I don't finish. Right. So, but it's a lot of shows that's gonna be coming up.
Now
I don't know how I left Snowfall off.
Nothing that really jumps out.
Oh, you know, that's such a
like
automatic. But
Succession and all that. I started Succession, but I didn't really.
It's a lot of joints I started that don't finish either. Now, I was gonna ask. I was gonna ask about resolutions, right? We nearing the end of the pod. But I just want to know. I don't even know if you guys even believe in resolutions. Do you make resolutions?
No.
So I got two questions. The first question is, was there anything this year that just shocked you? And if you don't have that, do you have resolutions or do you believe in resolutions? And anybody can.
Go ahead, T. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, the shock for me this year that I could just think of off the top of my head was that Errol Spence Terrence Crawford fight. Just thought it was going to be a close fight.
Yeah.
I didn't have a dog in the fight. I wasn't sure it was going to win.
Yeah.
But I did not think it was going to be that.
And what about resolutions?
My only thing is just improve. Just to improve myself in every way. And I'm not getting into detail on the show.
I can dig it.
Nothing really shocked me. I mean, that I can think of, nothing really shocked me about the world, period. Like, stuff just happens. I just be like, oh, okay. So nothing really shocked me about this year. Resolutions, I had stopped doing resolutions years ago. You know what I'm saying? I don't knock it. I don't knock nobody that does resolutions, but it's kind of like, you know, the January 1st thing where everybody say I'm gonna go work out and they start out strong and then you just fizz out. What I personally started doing was if I had a resolution, I started that shit in the summertime. Like it's just basically just taking inventory of my life, and I just want to be better than I was the year before. Just improving every area of my life. You know what I mean? So just cutting back on things that I shouldn't be doing. Trying to educate myself more, mentally, physically. You know what I'm saying? Spiritually, financially, everything. So yeah.
What you got, Trey?
A shock or inspiration was the takeoff of the Rec Room show, because we the guys sitting in this room, we didn't originally come up with the idea. It was one of our friends, Black's idea.
Salute.
To actually salute, shout out to Black. So it wasn't our idea, but I think like once we started to do it, it brought out different types of passions or creative itches that we had, and then we just kept going with it, and then we just became much better at it. Because originally the show was just on Podbean, on the Podbean app, and it was supposed to be once every 2 weeks, and we were just gonna get on there and just talk. You know what I'm saying? But once we got going, we started doing weekly. And then we just started just like, yo, what if we do this? What if we do this? And it was just out of thin air. And it's just dope. So that kind of really shocked me, but it's our thing now. You know what I'm saying? And the thing that really made me smile and brought me joy this year out of the whole year was just, I know you didn't ask me this, but sorry about that. Was my daughter winning placing number one in her dance competition.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Like she was, she won national champion from her dance competition. And my two sons like being like these freaking good athletes. You know what I'm saying? So it makes me smile and brings me joy just to have kids, who are just doing their thing and, just healthy. We're just really, really blessed from that aspect. And I want to just shout out you guys. And I wanted to give you guys some props, man, and just telling you guys that I appreciate each and every one of you guys, Black, AG, just for us doing this and just putting that commitment in, and doing a good fucking job at it, though, not just doing it, because a lot of people, it's a lot of pods. You know that we're in the top 1% of all pods in America. 90% of people don't even get past 20. This is 50.
Right.
So I just want to give you guys a shout out, man. Appreciate y'all, man. That's what I want to do.
Look at Trey being sentimental.
I'm sorry about that.
Nah, you did your thing.
I didn't sabotage.
Nah, you good, bro. The shock for me is I don't know if this happened in 2022 or 2023. So I would say most of the time things don't shock me, but when Takeoff from the Migos got killed,
man, that was crazy.
That was a shock to me. That was one shock.
All right, that's true.
Another shock is actually what Trey says. The pod. I'm not going. He said everything that I would probably say.
Say it.
Thank you. Appreciate doing that. But now I'm playing. But all jokes aside, as I said earlier in the pod, a pod was something that I didn't think about doing. It wasn't on my mind. It was the furthest thing from my mind. When we talked about doing a pod, it was Black, and I was ignoring the text until he called me and asked me to be a part. And who knew that it would become a passion of mine, become a love of mine, a love for us. That's something that's funny because I used to pray about finding another passion. Mm-hmm. Passion used to be music for me.
That's coming up.
Yeah.
Got a part about that.
And that changed. And I wanted a passion, prayed for a passion, and I never thought that the part would be, but it's become that. Saying that to say this is our first year, and in 2024 we just got a lot more in store, and we do appreciate each and every person who listens, who tells somebody else about the pod. We
Who's been
truly
a part of the pod.
appreciate. Been a part.
And our additions, Donnie. Shout out to Donnie.
Shout out to Donnie. Shout out
addition.
to AG.
AG, Donnie, we can
Everybody is a
Black,
part.
Ringo,
Black,
Hollywood.
Everybody is
Cam,
a part. Cam,
Killer Cam.
DJ, Millie,
Darius, the author.
Everybody, man.
damn.
This is our 50th
My girl
episode.
Jamila.
Yes,
Jamila was
Jamila.
on. She was like one of our first guests.
Yes, sir. So this is our 50th episode, so it's something special to us, and we are gonna celebrate it because it's a milestone and it's an accomplishment, and you have to celebrate yourself. In
50.
terms of what I say, resolutions. I don't really do the resolutions, but what I do, I write down goals every year. I match them up with the goals previous.
There you go.
I want to say that last year I had wrote goals, and then the next year I didn't achieve a lot of them, but this year I did a lot better. I did the same thing. I do what Weekend of Junior said. I don't wait until January 1st to start doing my goals. I start before that so I can go into the year already doing those things. So I just want to be a better person all around. In order to work on yourself, you have to have the thought process of wanting to do that. It doesn't always happen by itself. You have to strive for that and want that. So that's something that we do. Thank you all again. The pod is on, as Trey said.
She ain't do this.
T did
Yes, I
do
did.
it.
You did yours?
Yeah, I'm just not going in. I didn't go in detail.
Yeah.
Everybody did it.
I
Jay.
do want to congratulate y'all real quick because when y'all I'm allowed to be a guest and E or Trey or Terrence will send me the topics and just that's the prep. I'm like, all right, cool. And I'm just looking at everything. I always forget. I be like, this is like you really have to prep because you got to factor in. Like I don't have kids or anything, but even without kids, it's like I got other things that I'm doing and things that are taking up my mental capacity that I'm working on. So it's like it does take work. I'm like, these guys do this on a weekly basis. So I mean, it's not just I don't know how y'all feel about it, but for me, it's not just something that just a breeze. It's like I'm appreciative. I'm like, damn, how do they do this every week? So this does take work. It's not just getting on camera, getting on pod, and just talking. You really got to go in, and you guys are for newbies. You guys done an awesome job.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate that, bro. It's always a blessing when you come on with us, bro.
Yes, sir. And you can catch the pod on we pod every week on the Podbean app at 8 o'clock. So that's every Thursday, 8 o'clock. If you don't have the Podbean app, download the Podbean app. You can also follow us on Instagram at the Rec Room Pod. There we had this segment that we do sometimes called Ask the Rec Room. And in the DMs, throw your questions in there, throw topics in there,
and we'll do them.
We also have a Lonely Cloud hoodie, and some type of gift card for the most consistent listener. That'll be given away. We'll figure out who that is, and we'll do that. And like I say all the time, everybody has a part, but everybody's not us. Catch y'all the next time.
Peace. Happy holidays. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Word.
All right, y'all.
Oh, now we really in the rec room.